known for being lazy.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it is. Is people is the convenience, man. They make you. The more lazy you are, the more dependent you become, and that's what people don't realize. Like stagnation. Like it's a book called. If you ever, it's on audio book too, and it'd be a good listen to if you ever get a chance. It's called Interview with the Devil.
Oh, I
Uh,
think I've heard about that. I mean, it's been a minute. God damn. Who
yeah, I
somebody
listened.
on YouTube has talked about that too. Who the fuck I've heard talk
I
about
did a show about that. We
that?
listened
Was
to
you?
it like the first. Yeah, we did. I did a show on it. We listened to the first. I was supposed to do a part two. I think we listened to the first 30 minutes or the first hour maybe. And I was breaking it down, but is I listen to that once a year.
Nice.
I read it 4 times, and I listen to it once a year. It's downstairs in my library now.
So did y'all enjoy your Father's Day? Feliz Dia de los Padres. Gary,
Mr. Busted Down Brown.
Mr. 33. Oh, he's not on mute. I don't know what's up. Somebody listen. He must have a chick over there. He must found a date. Look, oh, he on mute now.
Oh
See?
no, you know Gary got the
I know he a dragon. He's
Gary
trying to
got
figure out
that
his phone.
Wi-Fi. I can come up,
He
but
not a dinosaur. He a dragon.
yeah.
Just like we're fucking dragons. They over here, two old heads trying to play a modern day script. You hear it? You see this shit?
I ain't playing nothing, man. I learned about playing life. I don't play with life no more. I used to. Yeah, I used to. I'm a creator now.
Well, Commander says you can come up, but later. Neat. Right now. Right now.
Yeah, but interview. I'm telling you, every. I mean, if you listen to that and then experience life, and then listen to it again, you go keep finding. You go be aware of certain things, but then you go after you hear it, you go pay attention to other things, and then you go. It's just a process. There's a couple books I do that too. Like once I used to read them every year. I used to read the book every fucking year
Let
until
me ask you a question.
audiobooks came out.
Like what was like I remember I can't really remember the live when you did it. So like what is the book really about? What does it do?
So it's the book. Let me give you the background about it. It's Napoleon Hill, the guy who wrote Think and Grow Rich.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was I guess you want to call it like a motivator, inspirer. He was like one of the first. What's his name? Tony Robbins. Anyway, so he wrote this book, but the book never got published until after he died because he felt like his family, especially in the time he wrote it, I believe it was the 50s, might have been the 50s. Don't quote me on that on when he wrote it, but it didn't get published after he died because he didn't want his family to take criticism because he was talking about sitting down having an interview with the devil. So basically, it was stating like to sum up the book, it was him talking to the devil and like the devil had to be honest with him. So he got to ask questions to the devil, and the devil had to be honest. So he just gave he told us about how life is and how he takes control over people. It's really not taking, but when you listen to it and then you experience life, like bro, this dude was on some. He was on some. His observation is like so unique, and but I believe he was really tapped into something because like the clarity of what he was saying, like the shit is all facts. Like you can say it's a book or he thought, but when you listen to it and you observe for yourself, every fucking thing he said is true. Every fucking thing.
That kind of reminds me of that
Probably
show.
except for like I don't like how he associated like at probably at that in his time it was different, but how he was like big up in government and authority. I think that was like, kind of like, yeah, whatever, that shit corrupt too. But yeah, he was talking about how people drift, how people don't think for themselves, how people just take the easy way out and the convenient everything that I say. He said in there. What up, my brother, Mr. Gary Busted Down Brown? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Blessings, Gary.
67543210433. All right.
I that the book kind of reminds me of Lucifer Morningstar, the show.
But it's deep because he was saying how it's really not him doing nothing, it's more the people not doing. It's not him doing things to people, but it's people not doing things for themselves.
That's a fact, though.
And he just intensifies it, basically.
But
Not even intensifies it. It just it feeds him. Like the stagnation of people feeds him. Like drugs and like all the negative aspects of people, it feeds him, and the positive aspects feeds the higher power. He was saying like all this shit is within you. That's why I was saying it was kind of before its time, especially when he wrote it. That's why he ain't want it out until after he died. But yeah, that
Wait
shit
a
was
minute.
deep.
Hold on. Go back real quick. You said the stagnation motivated him. That's a bad guy.
No, it empowered him. It fed him.
Yeah.
It's like when he was talking about like, he wouldn't say God, he would say the other side. But he was saying like free thinkers, people who thought for themselves and tried to pave a way for themselves. Those the people who had like the energy of God. And the people who just sat back and wait for those people to do stuff and follow them was more the stagnant people, and that fed him. That made him stronger.
Yeah,
you never read that concept?
Book? No.
Oh, you got it, bro. That shit blow your mind. It's on YouTube, bro. Interview with the Devil, bro. That shit dope, man. That shit fire as hell.
Gary's like, what the fuck?
Nah, because that, when you have a conversation like that, right? It's like, you get that passion. Now you start to lose that passion. It's like the stagnation start kicking in. So you got to ask yourself, how the hell you get that back? Because you don't want to be stagnated, But when you hear somebody like the stagnation empower somebody else, is like, I can't give nobody that power. So that's what intrigued me. Like, wait a minute.
No, he was literally interviewing the devil, and the devil was explaining to him like the difference between him and God, and how people fall into that, and where people play a part in it.
Yeah, I understand that. I wasn't talking about the spirit. I was just talking about the physical standpoint. Like, yo, when like, because you could just imagine people like they want to see you fail so bad, so they stagnation is like it pushes them to make you fail even more. Right? Like if we stop, like we go a whole month without coming up here, and all the haters was cheering us on to keep staying off. I'm not giving nobody that much power. I'm sorry. If I'm egotistical, then goddamn it, that's what I am. But I ain't giving nobody that much power to see me fail. I'm just saying. I'm looking at it at a different way, maybe, but I can't give nobody that power. Uh-oh. Am I here?
You should never give nobody. You should never give nobody the power to take over yours. For real, for real.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what you said. My bad. I thought my mic. I don't know. I think I moved my head or something, or moved the microphone and it came out. I had that red sign up there, like "Yo, stuff is disconnected." Like, oh shit. But
yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, my shit hit disconnect again. God damn it.
Yeah, man,
But
I
that,
don't even.
that's
Bro. I,
good.
I was I was just telling my wife that like I don't be I don't know, man. I think that's probably I don't know where I guess I don't know, bro. I just decided one day like just I don't really care about people. Like I hate to say it like that because that's not how I mean it. Not that I don't care about people. I just don't give a fuck what they think. I really like I don't, like
No, I
man, I be
understand that.
going on like man, I went outside. I mean, I had walked to the store earlier when I came back. My sister in law was here, and I had my pajama pants and I had put some shorts over 'em and walked to the store. Came back, she was like, "You went outside like that?" I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "You people looking at you?" I was like, "Yeah." Everybody was saying they like my pajama pants. She was like, "I'm like, I don't give a fuck with these people. What the fuck they gonna do? What they gonna do?" I'm comfortable in my skin, bro. I do what I want, how I want. That's like freedom, man. That's like peace of mind. When I stop caring about what everybody was thinking, I used to walk in rooms, and when people look, I'd be wondering, like, what they think, what they think, what they think. Now I walk in a room and shit, I just float through that bitch. I do, bro. I don't be giving a fuck. I do my own thing, man. And people love that shit, bro. It be people I don't know be walking. Hey, how you doing? My name's like ain't nobody ask your ass to come up to me. I'm chilling. But I just noticed like 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 you go to a business conference and shit. Man, I be having everybody giving me their business card and like the people that work with me. Like when I was doing life insurance, went to this big business conference. And man, I walked in there. I'm chilling. Everybody coming. Oh, I've never seen you here. We'll go give me their cards and shit. And then they was like, oh, that's such and such. That's such. I don't fuck with these people. They the top seller. That motherfucker gave me their card. I ain't going to them. And they trying to kiss their ass and they ain't even talking to them.
Hmm.
Can y'all hear me clear? I just realized I
I
walked away
heard you.
from. Okay.
No, I
I
heard
had to make sure. I had walked away from the
you
computer for a
saying
minute.
everybody was kissing tail.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know. Like I don't think it's so much of people thinking about it's me, it's more of me assessing myself,
It's self-esteem.
right? Like, huh?
Well, no, I'm saying that's the difference. Like, not when you, I was agreeing until you said, incorporated you. So I'm not saying you, but in
Yeah.
general, when people do that, is more self-esteem issues. Like if you walk in a room and you wondering what other people think about you, that's your self-esteem. That's what it
Oh
is.
no, I'm
Even if
I'm
you thinking
I'm
about
I'm
if you, oh, go ahead, my bad.
no, I'm at a stage right now to where I'm making sure I'm not arrogant. Like I'm very confident, but I'm not. I don't want to be arrogant. So that's not a thing I worry about.
Yeah, I
It's
can't. I
like
don't
you know how
believe it.
you put so much pressure on yourself. That's what I'm trying not to do.
Putting pressure on you. I don't believe I can be arrogant. I don't believe, and I think that's because of my humility. Because arrogance is an inflated sense of your ability. So when it's shit I
Mm.
know I can't do, I'll be like I can't do it. I shouldn't be like I can't, but if I know I can do something, I'll be like shit I do it. But if it's something I can't do, then I feel like shit I can't do it. So I don't. Once I understood what arrogance was, it was like I was if you like if that's one of the last things anybody ever say. Like sometimes people misinterpret, but if you ask me when I say something and I do it, then if I did it, then I'm not being arrogant. I'm just confident. I told you I can do it.
Mm.
And I can do it. That's different than being arrogant.
Mm.
But people
Yeah.
say bragging. Bragging is not arrogant. I mean, if you bragging and you can't do it, that's arrogant. But if you bragging and you can do it, that's not bad. That's just I don't even think that's bragging no more. Now you just tell people. I guess you can be an asshole about it. I guess you can
But
be.
wouldn't that be like? Would they consider that to be prideful?
I don't believe in that fucking concept. That's just how stupid. Why shouldn't you be proud?
No, I'm just saying that. I'm saying most people. don't see nothing wrong with being proud of what
I
you
mean,
do.
if anything, boastful. I think you can, I think it's boastful, but like the way people
Yeah.
associate it, is manipulation. Like it can be positive or negative. I just think they label the wrong. I think it's better labels when people do, like when they arrogant or when they cocky. I mean, use those terms. The person, but use it to define like cocky or boastful is a great term, I think. But prideful,
Mm.
I believe is the. I'm telling you, bro. I believe there's certain concepts they run people away from. Like having pride, I think they run people away from that shit because the more pride a person they carry, if you got pride, you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm up there walking with my looking, my head is straight up, my chin, I'm doing that with confidence. The clothes don't make me. I make the motherfucking clothes. I make anything look good. It's the way I carry myself physically. I make the clothes. Clothes don't make the man on me. So like people will be like, oh, that's arrogant and cocky. No, that's being truthful. I'm being real. Like, that's just how I am. I don't care if I'm wearing an outfit
Mm.
that costs $10 or $200. I'm gonna walk with my head straight up, my chin tucked, my chest out. I'm gonna walk like a man. I'm gonna make that $10 outfit look good. Shit.
Hey, Anita, we see you in the chat. Get some rest.
What up,
Thank you for
Anita?
stopping by.
Hey, somebody hit the link. Y'all let me know, man. I'm upset. Yeah, I think pride is one of the things they try to run you away from.
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like when Rachel was on earlier, she had a passion with others. Oh my God! I thought she was gonna jump through the monitor and go beat the people up. I was like, damn, that's a passion. I feel like I'm missing that passion. I swear I do. I gotta find a way to get that back.
You're missing my passion? I have a woman's passion.
No, I'm talking about No, what I'm saying is the passion of how you
I
felt
was
about
fucking with you. I was fucking
the
with you.
subject. No. I know. I mean, because the crazy thing about it, because most people say, well, most women are gonna feel that way. Nah, that passion was like it was there. It was on point. That she was like, listen,
I like that.
I would
You know, when I was
run with
talking about
people's
King
neck.
Michelle, or when I was talking about the mothers that were unaliving their
The
children.
mothers, the mother, grandmother. The K Michelle, she pissed me. I can't stand them people. They're annoying.
No, I had to make
They're
sure because
annoying
on my
because
way, I had a few topics going on this morning.
yeah, no, I'm talking about the mothers. The K Michelle, when she started crying, she talking about she from Nashville. Okay, so I don't want to hear that shit, man.
Bro, that shit fucked me.
Because
More
they
black
always
men need to stand up for the black women. I'm like, they do. Y'all, like, I'm just tired of
no,
this shit turning into a race shit. Like, you can't get mad if a black
it's
man falls in love with a Puerto Rican or a Chinese woman or a white woman or an Asian woman or a Mexican. Like, listen, at the end of the day, there are men out here that are black kings that do love their black queens and won't switch up for nothing.
well. The
I'll
problem is
already say it.
they don't know how to preference themselves. They don't know how to fix themselves. They want somebody to fix them. Why the hell should somebody fix you? You got to learn how to fix yourself.
I'm saying, like, she want a
Everybody
man
keep
to
worrying
come
about,
save
well,
us.
somebody need to love me.
But Gary, it don't make sense.
Something
She
wrong
want to
with
be independent. She want to listen. Like a lot of women, she want to be independent, but you want a man to come rescue you. Pick one. Which one? You want the rescuing or you want to be independent? Because if you want to be independent, don't ask the motherfucker to rescue you because he is not going to.
Man, those conversations, man, when people start talking about that, like even when I look at myself, I be like, man, I ain't even gonna get into that. But I said like this, why you worried about who's screwing who, man? Ain't none of your business. You saying all these is black men with black women been together for 30, 40 fucking years. Why don't y'all get them? Y'all, to me, that's disrespectful to them men. The men out here doing that, you looking at the minority and not the majority. And you can say, well, it's the majority. You looking at the ones doing wrong instead of the ones doing right. That's the undebatable. I mean, that's the way you
articulate it and make it undebatable. What about the brothers doing the right thing?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And if that's the
my
case,
point.
what? And then I'd be questioning people like, why you so fucked up that you can't find a good man? Well, you keep attracting all this, so it's something about you. If somebody ain't willing to treat you right, then maybe you ain't worth being treated right. That's what I look like. Man.
What do you talk about the most on this panel? And what you talk about the most on this panel is what a lot of women and men have an issue with, and it's accountability. And that's the issue with them. Like, come on, y'all not gonna keep pinpointing the blame. Just, be real. At the end of the day, all right, you was hurt by certain type of men that you chose. I'm not gonna feel bad for that. Because if I keep making the same mistake time after time, is you gonna feel bad for me? No. I gotta pick myself right the fuck back up. I'm sorry to say it, but that's the reality.
But it all goes back to the self-examination, right? Because we saying people need to be accountable. But how many people are responsible to be accountable? If you're responsible, you won't even have to be accountable because your responsibility is going to knock your accountability down.
Facts.
You ain't got to be accountable if you're responsible, right? So now, like I said, if you look at yourself, what are you looking at? Everybody talk about I want to be loved. How you want to be loved if the man got a keg and he want to love you? You don't love him because he got a keg. He got a keg instead of a 6-pack.
You're right. That's what K. Michelle was talking about.
She's an Amazon. She's an Amazon instead of being 5'4", so you could baby boy her. Like, come on, y'all preferences are retarded. But everybody talking about love, but they looking outside preferences. You can't find love from the outside.
Now that
that's not where love comes from.
I have 2 men on the panel, right?
Okay, we on the panel.
Is there a difference between raising children and building a home? Let me just put it like that.
I need more clarification.
All right. K. Michelle said that there's a difference between building a home and raising a child. They're not the same thing. So I'm saying here, how is you going to build a home with a family but you're not raising your children? It's impossible. So can you build a home without raising your children? See my point? Am I wrong?
Hold on, he got to step in. He got to step in. We can't hear him. Step in.
Oh, where you got to come to the mic.
Oh damn! Hold on. Let me switch it up. It got to be on big mic. Y'all can hear me now, can't y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody don't need a platform, bro. Everybody don't need to speak, man. That shit don't even fucking make. Hold on, bro. Let me switch this on. I'm about to go in, bro.
Yeah, but that's why I was saying, like, I'm trying to understand what the hell is she saying.
You gotta watch the replay because I said the same shit. I had to rehear what she said again. I said, wait a minute, how the fuck is you gonna build a home with a family but not raise your children? How is it 2 different things?
Let me ask you a question. What is she famous? I don't know who K. Michelle is. I don't know what she's famous for. I heard the name a lot.
Music. She's
okay.
I'm gonna say R&B and country music.
Can y'all still hear me? Okay.
I know her from TV. I heard her from TV.
Oh yeah, let's not forget that. Let's not forget she did that little reality.
That's where she started from.
No, she was doing music before that. She was famous before the reality show.
I never heard of her.
Y'all men. Okay. I know a lot of men say the same shit.
Hey, can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, if she known for singing, sometimes people should just stick to what they're good at because, like, it's the difference between what she says is the difference between.
Let's put it like this. Word. Listen, her famous song is "You Can't Raise a Man." You know, if his mama couldn't, neither could you. That's her famous song.
I've never heard that.
See, y'all, listen, I've heard a lot of men say, a lot of men don't know about Tamar. They only know about Tony. A lot of men don't know about these females. You see where I'm coming from?
I love me some Tony Braxton.
I can't remember her songs right now. I can't get mad.
I know Tamar. I know Tamar because Tamar was, she was
Because of
floundering a
Tony.
little bit.
Oh, hey, I'm dead.
No,
Another
she was
reason.
floundering. No, she was floundering in music, and then the reality show got her back to where she needed to be,
She
or
got a
where she's
voice.
supposed to be.
She was
'Cause
underrated for a minute. But yeah,
I
what I was
know.
about to explain about what's the difference and shit. He was about to go in
So
on it.
so that's not even a question. That statement was asinine. There's a difference between building a home and raising a child. First of all, you grown as hell. You can understand the difference between you and the child and raising the child right there. So if you raising a child, you raise cattle.
Mm.
So that just shows me. So right there, and then building a home. That's a process of building a home. Like with me with a family, that's a process. Me building my home. That's the process of rearing my children. That's the structure of my home. I'm the foundation. Now they the
Yeah.
structure. So it's not one or the other, or one and not the other. It's a process. One is a process of the other.
Facts.
Everybody ain't look, man. Everybody ain't paid to think, man. That's why y'all should stop listening to everybody, man. These motherfuckers don't get paid. They get paid to sing, not to think. Sing your ass off.
I
Like,
get
they getting paid
entertained.
to think.
Shit. I get entertained. People don't understand.
I be like
Nah,
people.
she sounded real dumb, and that was
She did.
that
You
was
heard it
annoying me. Like
earlier. That shit.
I know, and I was
I
like,
did
oh
a
my
part two to
god.
the live
I'm
not
like,
so long ago. Before I hopped on here with y'all, I was
I'm
doing
like, oh
part
my
two to
god.
that.
I said that
I'm
didn't even
sitting
make
here
no
like
sense. I'm
this
like, what
shit.
is she crying for?
The problem is that she's deflecting, and that's the issue that a lot of women are having now. And I think Word did a whole live about it, and I think he mixed up both of them, right? He was speaking on toxic people, and I don't think it's his first live that he's done. I think he's done a few lives on toxic people. You see where I'm coming from? Toxic relationships, toxic friendships. You see where I'm coming from? Like K Michelle is deflecting. Just because all the men you chose to lay your head with, right, fucked you over, don't mean that all the men in the world, right, are the same. You see where I'm coming from? Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, and this was my first time hearing about, well, not really, this is like the second or third time I hear about Cam Newton. So that's who she was doing the interview with.
I
I
know,
mean, he
family.
was shit. He was. I heard some shit. He said, "I'm looking like, man, these people who y'all look up to, like,
Right, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. You sit there talking to him like he's the poster boy for being with he's the poster boy for being in a monogamous relationship. That ain't him.
Mm. Oh, so that's why she was throwing shots at him about that. Oh, I was a little lost in the interview when she was talking her shit. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I don't know Cam Newton. So,
man, he got like 9 kids, but like even that, bro,
damn,
like people, like, look,
That's
man,
that's what I'm saying.
nine
everything has a
kids.
That's what I'm
cause and
saying.
effect, right? Let me tell you something. Everything has a cause and effect, right? Me personally, I'm just using my own personal experience. I am one of one. My mother and my father, I'm the only child they have together, but I have what, 6 siblings? No, I got 8 siblings. My dad got 5, my mama got 3. So, but I'm one of one, right? Everything has a cause and
Mm.
effect factor to it. I had to. It took me a while to accept that in different ways. It affected me many different ways. I didn't grow up with all my brothers and sisters, so I'm not. I didn't have that bond with the ones who, one of the reasons I'm legally blind. I didn't have a bond with my little brother. Like I got a bond with my
Mm.
other sibling. I didn't spend that much time with him, so he didn't really know me. So he had no. I still can't understand why he even pointed the gun at me, because I would, no matter how much of a bond I didn't have with one of my siblings. Yeah, I guess it was probably the era I grew up in, or just me personally. I would never do that. I would never try to take one of them out
Mm.
for no fucking reason, unless I'm trying to defend myself. But he
Can I?
felt like it was okay, you know. But that's because I'm pretty sure if we had that experience or that time, so everything is a cause and effect. So I made it up in my mind. I'm only gonna have kids by one woman. That's it. I got my 2 babies. I didn't have no kids until I met my wife. I made it up in my mind. I'm not
Mm.
having kids unless I'm married.
And I hear a
You know,
lot
I
of men say
created,
that they don't want to
I
have kids.
created,
Like,
yeah, because I lived the experience of having multiple siblings, but different. I lived all that, and I didn't
and
want that for my. I had to do better.
you
I
know what's
knew better,
crazy,
so now
bro?
I got to do better.
I used to think that if something was off, right? Because like, listen, a lot of men used to be like, I'm not having no kids. I'm gonna make sure I don't have no kids, right? And I used to hear them for a while say that shit. They didn't ever have kids, but other men, right, sat here and boom, they was over here, over there, saying the same shit, but they was popping kid over there, they was popping a kid over there, and I'm sitting here, I was like, I'm a little confused. How come he's popping kids after kids? He's saying the same shit you're saying, but you don't have no kids. I was like, what is it that one practices it better than the other one? What y'all do abstinence like some women do? Like, I don't know. I'm just curious.
There's one thing. There's one thing to say something. There's another thing to do stuff. But and then like I
Mhm.
don't blame like I don't fault those who have multiple kids by multiple women. I don't fault them because sometimes shit just happens. You're young, you're not thinking, you might not be that disciplined at that age. You make mistakes, but they learn from it. And you hear them talk about it, and they talk about the struggles they have, and they encourage people not to do what they do. Like, and then you got some people who brag about it, like, oh yeah, I got 6 baby mamas. And I'd be like, bro, you sound stupid as hell. Like when people say that shit, you got 6 baby mamas. Like, what the fuck you mean you got 6 baby mamas?
And
You impregnated 6? Bro, you I'm spreading my shit, and then they try to justify the shit, and I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't no big thing.
Mhm.
Like Cam Newton, he tried to justify. I take care of all of them. It's impossible, bro. They ain't all in the same. Unless you got all your kids in the same household, you ain't been no, bro. You not. And you send the money and shit like that. You ain't spending time with it. Is a cause and effect factor.
And that's what I
Like,
was asking
Mhm.
earlier because I was confused. He said something. Oh, he said, "Oh, I be telling my baby mamas not to call themselves, single, single women." And I was like, "Wait, I'm single baby mamas, right?" And I'm sitting here, I was like, "But wait, why?" Then he started saying that because they get too much support. I'm saying so basically because he's taking care of his kids, it means that his baby mamas are not considered single baby mamas, but y'all not in a relationship. So that right there confused the shit. I'm like, wait a minute. Like you really
I'm gonna
like if
tell
I
you.
was stupid, I wouldn't even question that. I'm sorry to say
I
it.
tell you this. That's a form of manipulation. He's trying to use them to make himself feel better about what he does. That's all it is. He's using them because I'm giving y'all money. Y'all never be living like this. If it wasn't for me, it still don't make it right for what you did, though, bro. If you ask the man who got kids that don't live with their kids, a real father, they'd be like, okay, yeah, I know I made a mistake. And I guarantee you, they won't do that shit again. They'll make sure before they lay down and have another kid that no matter what, I'm gonna have the ability because a lot of times, like, man, when you have kids by women, bro, majority custody go to the women. I'm not saying men can't get it. You just most of the time the kids is with the woman majority of the time.
The
That's a fact.
majority of the
So I
time,
mean,
right?
yeah, and then but the man who experienced that, they'll tell you like, bro, look, if you can do it this way, do it the right way. Because there's stuff that come with it. That just because they live like that don't mean they can't be great fathers. It's just they not in their kids' lives all the time. And I promise you, I bet you they prefer to be in their kids' lives all the time versus part time. And they'll tell you about shit. They can be more effective and efficient as fathers. I know a couple dads who be great fucking fathers. Every opportunity they get, they try to do something with their kids. They did for their kids. But, it's just sometimes it don't work out between a man and a woman, and it don't work out. It ain't like it was intentional. Like even tomorrow, my
Mm.
wife can wake up tomorrow like fuck you and leave. You know what I'm saying? So
Dude.
shit happens in life, bro. I understand that,
You
but
know, it's crazy though. These conversations that they're having, bringing up like K Michelle and stuff like that. This interview, I'm noticing one thing, right? Because like I watch certain YouTubers throughout the day today, right? It is a trending topic right now on YouTube. On some real shit, that's why I'm like, I don't know how y'all missed that one. That one hit me like, wait, what? Video got sent to me. I'm like, this shit recently just happened. Like this shit is trending right now, and I'm sitting here like, yo, I'm not understanding, right? Because at the end of the day, I get it what she's trying to say, but it's like y'all making more of a division within communities, right? So I heard this YouTuber say, "Oh, it just needs to be, black kings with black queens." I'm like, so what you're going to do about the, black kings that are, with different queen? I mean, with
Yeah,
more,
yeah, you
with
put
queens out here that with different ethnicities. What are you going to do
like
about?
that. But that's why I say like there's a lot of times like everybody can have their preference and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But then when you start even like, there's some people I support, they be like, if you a black man with a woman outside, you this, you that. I'll be like, all right, man, that's your opinion.
And
And
then
then you have a conversation with them, they never bring it up and we cool. But if they doing their content and that's what they doing, I don't bother them. I don't try to somebody did say in the Bible, debating outside your race is a sin. And I say, I'd love to debate you on that. Let's debate. Let's do that. I
yeah,
want to see that shit. I love to debate that. I have some fun with that shit.
and so
Because because God told a couple people, like, hey, go get away from over there, bro. Go get away from over there. Go take them women. Go take them for your own. God was giving people, man. Yeah. So yeah, I was like, I love to debate that. But yeah, you call separation like that, man.
yeah, this shit
You
is
can,
crazy.
the people you might have somebody willing to work with you, but I mean, low key, like, and that just shows people's cognitive awareness too.
They falling
Like,
for
if
it.
you're really trying to do something, the first thing you should do is try to unite, not separate. If you're doing it the right way, the cream will separate from the crop. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Cream will separate from the crop if you cook it right. That's all you got to do. People, the right people will stick along, the wrong people will fall off. So
that's a fact. And I'm sitting here
that's why
like
I
I don't
say I
even know
don't.
why this is turning into a debate because look, listen, I understand that that is happening within our communities, right? But it's also happening within every community out here. You see where I'm coming from? The man is complaining about the woman of the same ethnicity. And they're gonna sit here and they go outside. It's not their fault. Like I said, once again, a man sits here and falls in love with an Asian woman, a Puerto Rican woman, a Dominican woman, an
Man, you
African
fuck.
woman. Why is that a problem?
Man.
You see where I'm coming from? I see a lot of black women doing the same thing, and I don't see, us
Man, see,
complaining.
oh,
It's
my
only
bad.
certain, my bad. It's only certain groups, but I notice it too in the Puerto Rican community, the Mexican community, the fucking white community. And listen, mind y'all, I didn't learn about these communities until I hit my mid-20s. So don't judge a shorty, all right?
Listen, Ma, what up, though, sis? Roger, go home, Roger. What up, Roger?
Blessings,
Appreciate you.
blessings.
No, that's just a little thing. For every time I see Roger pop up, when you say go home, Roger. That's
I
just
don't
me fucking with you. I know it's you, big man. But
I don't mean to sound ignorant sometimes, but I was ignorant to the facts until real late. So people, don't knock me down for that. To me,
look,
racism
man.
didn't exist until I got older.
That's why. Look, I remember when I decided like I never say I'm pro black again. It's on some internet shit. In real life, I'm pro black. A lot of the shopping at where I spend my money, who I fuck with, I'm pro black. But that
Mhm.
don't me being pro black don't mean I have to hate anyone else. But on this internet, that's how it is, man. That shit ain't like that's how I know these motherfuckers ain't moving in real life like that. All
That's
these
like,
people who on the internet stuff are pro black. I bet you they get their check from a white guy. They probably pay their rent to a white guy. They
and
go they go shop with the white guy. They doctor white. You
that's
keep
what
going
I'm
you go to
noticing. You
all
know
the way
what's
you bank
funny?
at a white like man, go sit your ass down. You gonna talk to me. I do
What's
this shit in
crazy?
real life, bro.
They always want to compare the black man to the white man, and I'm saying, here, I was like, why? You want the white man,
As they feel
or you're not
look, man, let me
satisfied
say
with what you got? Like, stop
we
comparing.
going in tonight. We going in tonight. Fuck. This is why they always do that. They always complain about the white man because they feel inferior to the white man. You don't hear me complaining about nobody. You
When I
know
say
why?
complain,
I
I
don't
said
feel fucking
compare.
inferior to nobody.
Women,
It's
women
all
always, women always want to
that's
compare, not complain.
that
Compare.
victimizing shit, man. That shit victimizing. Ain't nobody white about to stop me from doing nothing. Try it and see what happens. Ain't nobody black about to stop me. Ain't nobody makes none of it. If a motherfucker stop me, then they bad as hell, and I
That's
deserve to be stopped. That's just what it
how
is.
I am. So they,
I deserve to be stopped if anybody stopped me. Then I can't say shit. I got to get better and do better if somebody stopped me.
that's some real
That's how
shit.
I look at life. You can tell me about laws. You can tell me about all this shit. I don't want to
Listen,
hear it because I done did it. This shit
I,
don't fuck with me like it fuck with y'all. Cause y'all like motherfuckers complain about prejudice ass white people and go work for them. Have some fucking pride. Go start your own shit. I got tired of working around them prejudice ass white people. The more racist ass white. Fuck y'all. I go do my own shit then. Kiss my ass, and I did.
that's a fact.
I ain't gonna complain about it. I can't beg nobody to treat me right. If I'm gonna keep letting them do this shit to me,
That's
you
a fact.
participate in that shit. Well, take my life then. Fuck it.
Yeah. It's
That's
like, you
I
know, a lot of
always
people
been
got
like
mad
that.
at me, your word, for saying, listen, I think somebody was saying I was on a panel, right? And I was just listening and I put a comment on there. I don't even remember. Oh, I said it's not our fight. Right. And it's not my first time saying this is not our fight. They're like, oh, but all Hispanics and all black people need it. I'm like, I'm Puerto Rican. That's not my fight. Right.
Man,
And
all
at the end
black
of the
people
day, my
all
baby
black
daddy's
people.
black. That's not all, but y'all should do this. I was like, I
Man,
ain't doing shit. Hold up. There's like, but you got white privilege. You Puerto Rican. I said white privilege. Where the fuck?
let me
And I'm
look,
like,
man.
I'm sitting here like, yo, wait a
This is
minute.
this is what people. This is why I don't like fucking people who don't think for themselves. Why is black people the only fucking people on this planet that's grouped all together with everybody? Even even
Mm,
even you have the Latinos, you have the Cubans, you have the Mexican, even in different groups of Portuguese, y'all got all these different groups. White people, they got Italians, they got German, they got
mm.
Yugoslav, they got all these different groups. Middle Easterns, they got different Asians. The only people that's grouped up is black fucking people. That shit is stupid.
I
And
say
it
the
don't
same
make
thing.
sense. And it's done for a reason. Because all the motherfuckers can't come together and do shit. You break off in tribes and watch you get shit done. That's why the Nigerians, when they come over here, who they fuck with? The Nigerians. The Ghanas fuck with the Ghanas. That's who they know. The Africans know how to do it, right? Come over here and build the community because they do it. And all these black people. No, you got to get a lot around like-minded and like-hearted people.
Facts.
If you do that, then you can work together and y'all can benefit one another. You just got to get people who think the same and do the same.
That's a fact.
But all that like coming on here, like all that hate fit towards other races. Look, man, I know history and I know people. I don't fuck with everybody, and I ain't gonna put no jacket on nobody who don't fit. Everybody done fuck everybody in some sort of way or not. We can talk about the historical significance. Yeah, black people been through some shit no one else has been through. You can say there's no one on this planet went through slavery like black people did. No one did. Identities, language, religion, all this shit got stripped. Everybody else
Mhm.
still got their
Mhm.
culture. We didn't have nothing. Okay, so I'm not debating that. And I'm not arguing that because it's asinine.
That's a fact.
If you can show you can't, I trust me. I know history, especially like you can't. No other group of people went through that shit like black people did.
That's a
I'm not
fact.
here to say pat me on my back or feel bad or nothing. That's just a fact. I don't let
And
that shit prevent how I move in today because it's not the fucking 1800s no more. It's not the early 1900s no more. So I'm gonna take full advantage of everything that my ancestors fought for. I'm taking full advantage. I ain't about to cry and trauma bond with no motherfucker. Talk about treat us right. Come try to treat me wrong, bust you in your shit. Flat.
that's a fact. And you're not lying
I
though.
fuck with people like that. That's how my pro black, the people I fuck with in real life, that's how pro black we are.
Here
You
in
you try to fuck
America,
with us, we gonna bust you in your shit. That's what we gonna do.
that's some real shit here in
But we don't
America.
hate we don't hate nobody, and I ain't got to step on nobody to make myself feel better. I ain't got to talk
Facts.
about no white people to make myself feel better about myself. I ain't
Facts.
got to talk about no other race. I ain't got to tell y'all how fucking special and great I am because I can go out in the sun and absorb this shit and feel. I don't got to do all that shit. I know what I am. People need to do that shit to build up their self esteem and self confidence and shit. And that shit is sickening to me. Like y'all got to talk about how bad everybody else is to make yourself feel good. Just go out there and be that, and you don't have to. You don't need that shit, man. I know black is beautiful. I ain't got to keep screaming that shit. I'm gonna show you that shit. That's what I'm gonna do.
Hey, Miss
That's some
Tracy.
real shit.
Miss
That is
Tracy,
some
what
real
up, though? My bad. Y'all got me talking shit tonight, man. Let me smoke so I can calm down a little
I can't. Yeah. It's like I was
bit.
talking to my daughter earlier, right? And she was like, I don't like it when they call me black. She's like, my skin is brown, mom. I was like, baby girl, embrace that you is a beautiful Afro Latina. She like, what's that? I was like, at the end of the day, you is Puerto Rican and black. You mixed up. right? But I'm like, that mommy's DNA. I was like, I still got 60%, African DNA. She's like, so am I African? I was like, it's a little hard to explain. So I was like,
Like,
that's a
baby,
conversation for another day. But
baby,
I was like,
you,
you're beautiful. At the end of the day, look at your color and embrace it. I was like, don't let other people make you feel bad because of the color of your skin. And I'm tired of having to sit down and have conversations like that with my daughter. Like, oh, you're not Puerto Rican because you too black. What? What the fuck type world you in? The
I
fuck
told my,
wrong with you? I was like, listen, I'm tired of people claiming ethnicities. Look, listen, if you want to take my Puerto Rican card, my black card, take that shit. I'm a human. Fuck that
you know what I told my son? He said, Daddy, what am I? I said, you're a divine being having a human experience. You're your daddy
There
kid.
you
That's
go.
who you is. Somebody asks you, what are you? You be like, I'm my daddy's son. And he a bad motherfucker. Hold on, I'm about to hit the.
You know what my baby daddy told his daughter the other day? He's like, don't worry about it because you're the daughter of a god. That makes you a goddess. So now she's
Hold
calling
on.
herself a little goddess. I was cracking the fuck. I was like, yo, we're we doing the same. Oh, I'm so sorry. Somebody popped up.
Probably Big Mick. Roger,
Hey
go home,
everybody,
Roger.
how y'all doing?
What up, dude?
That's Roger.
How you
Blessings to
This is
everybody.
Roger, aka Big Mix, aka Chat
Oh, Big
Champion.
Mix. Blessings, Big Mix.
Go home, Roger. I got that off of Sister Six. I used to watch that.
Damn, throwback. Sister.
I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen that before.
That was my show. Tia and Tamara. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Smart. Oh, that was not Smart Guy.
We got
No,
Wild Heart up on the
sister.
panel too. What up, though, Wild Heart? Mike
Wild
check
Heart,
1
what's
2
up?
1 2. What is it?
Oh, snap. We got Wild Heart in the building, yo. Blessings, loving me, Tracy.
How's it going? Good to just
Miss Tracy, what up, though? Why she ain't got her stick?
Wait, what?
Miss Tracy ain't got her
Oh,
mod
no.
stick.
Oh,
It's
listen, I
like
was
the
gonna say
fourth
she not a
time she
dog.
came in here.
Like, wait a minute.
She not a dog.
Word out here giving sticks and shit. And we ain't fetching. Say something, Miss Tracy. You heard my dog lift his head up as soon as I said stick. We gonna fetch, boy.
What up,
I'm sorry, I
man?
had to think
It's an
guys.
open panel, open topic. We talk about anything. I was just ranting off for a minute.
We just talking
Trying to
shit.
spread the love.
He said we praising the Lord. Glory be to God.
Praising the
Speaking of
love,
praising the
man.
Lord, Glorilla. Oh,
Glorilla.
Glorilla won the gospel award. Like Glorilla, the
You
rapper,
won a
she
what?
won the
Thing?
she won the BET Gospel Award.
I
She
don't
made a
know.
gospel song?
I didn't
Yeah,
even
she
know
has
that.
it's really good too, but there was like Christian people are complaining about her winning because she's not like a major artist. But then I looked at it and said her song "Rain Down on." Her song "Rain Down on Me" is way better than anything I've heard from them last year. But
Hey, ain't that? Hey, don't Glorilla sing that? Hey, Mia. Ain't that her? Is that her?
I don't
I
watch
don't
it.
know. I don't really listen
Well,
to
I
it
know
like
she's
that.
I
saying
don't
that.
know none of her
Let him
music.
cook. Let him cook.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just know some words, man. I don't know the song.
Oh, that was
I
Word
was
asking that question.
Let him cook.
She's similar to like Cardi B,
I don't know
I don't
nothing
like
about
Cardi
this
B
subject.
either.
the rappers.
I like Glorilla.
Female rappers.
None of
I
these
like
female
Glorilla.
rappers is worth listening to. They need to bring back Eve and all these other good rappers from back in the day. Yo.
no, there
I
were no.
remember.
sorry.
I remember when music used to motivate me and like give me ideas to like try new things and just generally
Inspire you.
mingle
Need that
with
tingling
people. Yeah,
feeling.
inspire music used to inspire people. Now it's
The
just
only
like
good female rapper out here to me is Dej Loaf. All these other ones just want to dance on poles and drug men and steal from them. How is she motivating me as a woman?
No, can just say you're all wrong. There are no good rappers. Rap music is not good. I don't like it. There are
That's
no
not
good.
true. Dej Loaf got some good music out there and it's motivational. It just depends on the rapper.
No.
well.
Shout out to Detroit. Detroit,
I
baby.
don't know, like the point I'm trying to see is how did Oh, Lil Wayne got a new album out too. I'm like a music person.
Lil Wayne and Judge for Carter 6. Yo, chill. I'm
Man,
sorry. I
look,
didn't mean to laugh.
I like music that can change your energy. That's why I listen to a lot of like classical music. But you know, the last song that like I can just put it on and it'll just change everything around me is that For Real Because I'm Happy. That's my shit. That's like my theme song. Because I'm happy, clap along if
Oh,
you
man.
feel like that shit, boy. That shit is like a automatic energy booster. Anytime I'm about to work out, I play that first, and then I go into like heavy metal and shit. But I play that
Yeah.
first.
Word is
I
on
like
the
I
average
like
guy.
Pharrell too. I like Pharrell music, but he don't put out enough music. He just does like I like Pharrell style though. I like it's,
I was For Real. I wouldn't put out music because people don't appreciate his genius. People don't
oh
appreciate For Real.
no.
Is that Tiny or T, whatever her name is? What's she get into now?
Megadeth. Metallica. That's what man. That's good music.
Yeah, I fucking love music. Man. I got my like Middle Eastern music be slapping too, bro. I'm so happy I married my wife because I wouldn't have heard a lot of that shit, bro. I'm talking about boy, me and the kids be around the house stomping and shit. They got these little line dances and shit, teaching the kids that shit, man. That shit fun as hell. I don't know what they be saying, but that shit be hype as hell. I'd be like, yeah. I be watching I be watching them dance at the weddings. Like, oh, let me put some soul into this. Let me show you how to twist the hip and bend the shoulder. Do it like this. Yeah, now you rock. I done gave that music some. I done came in that bitch with some salt and pepper and some seasoning salt and spiced that shit up.
Who the fuck? All these female WNBA players are popping up on my screen right now. Like, who is y'all? I think I need to start watching the WNBA.
Yeah, support the women, man.
Women can't
Support who?
Support the women. I mean, they
I
get
am.
sales
Let's get
views.
take out Brittany Griner.
Okay.
Man, y'all leave Brittany alone, man. Y'all hating on Brittany. That girl is a girl, man. That girl got baby pictures and everything online.
I don't think that's a girl. I seen a lot too much.
Man, nah, bro. I'm telling you, I know people who grew up with her. That's a female. I know, like, I got a cousin that grew up with her. That's a female, bro.
There's no way.
Okay,
No,
word.
She used to
Hey,
hoop with
word.
her.
Let's be serious. We all know women can't play sports.
Hey, word.
No.
I got like
I've seen a lot of women on here play good sports since I've been diving down this rabbit hole. There's a lot of good women basketball players. I don't know who just said that. Whoever said that is tripping. Where'd Gary go? Morpheus, bring him back. You're gonna make me cry. I'm gonna get into my
Gary
instinct bag.
They should be making a tea.
Gary
know,
left.
At halftime. Do you know what I mean? Women can't play sports. We all know.
Hold on, say that one more time, Wahar.
I'm just saying women cannot play sports. They're not good at sports.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Some good women at sports.
Oh,
They good for
I
being.
think you just,
I said,
that was.
I say,
I don't know.
I mean,
I say
ironic,
like,
sexist.
You know, there's some good women in sports.
I
There
said,
is
You know
like,
that.
they're good for what they do. You know what I'm saying?
especially in the Olympics.
I mean, when you compare, I don't think men and women should be compared when it comes to anything. Because I think men and women are different. Why the fuck we comparing? Like, I'm not comparing myself to no fucking woman. To me, like, if I see a woman do something, so I can do better than that, then it's
Oh,
like, what?
man.
Like, I don't even look at men
I
and do
feel
that.
on that. Now that you
I
mentioned
don't even look at. Yeah, so like when men compare themselves to women, or they try to, or women. I think when like Clarissa Shields is a great fucking boxer. Can she beat a man? No.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
can she beat a man who's training in boxing? No, she can't do it. Average guy walking down the street, she'll probably lump him up. You know what I'm saying? But like a man doing the same thing, why would you even compare that? Why would you even want that? Women or men are two different things, man.
Like, although women, like professional women sports players, could probably beat me at, all sports. So why shouldn't we compare them?
Listen, you can go on a ring with Clarissa Shields, and I think she could beat you.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He said, "Yeah, right away."
I'm saying she could, like, I'm being real. Like anybody trained can beat somebody who's not trained. You know, but if it's a guy like a six, like can Clarissa fight a 6 foot dude? No,
I don't
no,
know.
she not. Somebody her size, she ain't gonna work.
I
Look, I'm just being honest
I'm
with you.
just,
Even
I'm
if she
making
hit
a
him a
joke
couple times,
word.
he probably gonna get nah, hell no.
You
Even
know
if
I
they not
agree
trained,
with
because if he catch her, is just our muscle structure. A 6 foot,
that.
200 pound dude, she better sit down, man.
Preach
Like
word,
people,
preach.
they feel too good about themselves. Like that shit ain't gonna happen, bro. But if she
Melissa
fighting
Word,
somebody like 5'6" or 130 pounds who never fought, they probably run them off. There's somebody
word.
her size.
I got a question for you. It's gonna switch it up to another topic, right?
Mhm.
Do they have the death penalty in Las Vegas? Because it seems like the YouTuber might be facing it.
Ooh.
I I don't know if they got that in Las Vegas.
Mm.
Honestly, I don't even know the states that got. I know Michigan ain't got it.
Mm.
I'm looking into this video right here, and it's looking like
Alabama still has
Man,
the death penalty.
they're
that
thinking
shit
about
was
giving them
wild,
the
man.
death penalty.
But you see how you like this? Is what I'm saying. I don't be online fucking with nobody, bro. Because that man just got him
Mm.
unalived and his wife, bro. Just for being
Yeah,
online fucking with an
Ooh.
unstable ass motherfucker, bro.
Oh.
You
Yeah, I've
fuck,
been
you don't know,
noticing.
you don't know how. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I've been feeling the same thing. Like I got like a little TikTok. I've been like experimenting with going on TikTok, and then like if you get noticed on these platforms, people you automatically gonna attract trolls and stuff. But trolling is
Yeah, man.
beginning to be organized.
Cause these
Trolling is
people
getting
sick in the
organized.
head, man. Man, look, these people sick in the fucking head. Who's this?
Yeah,
Baba, what
it's
up,
some really
though?
bad people out there.
blessings, Baba.
That's about it.
Ba, 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 ba.
Oh.
I heard you guys talking about women's sports. I think we should have
Wait,
a pro am D league, a pro am league. You know, you could play against women,
okay, there you go. I hear him now.
regular guys playing against women.
Yeah, are there some sports where men could play against women and it would be equal?
No, but you got to have people off the street, otherwise,
I think pool can be equal. Like pool,
Something like,
Nothing.
ooh, yeah. Solitary.
pool,
Yeah,
chess,
yeah, like darts or something. Do you know, like darts?
jump
mean-
rope, maybe.
Yeah,
They said jump rope. They
Yeah.
I don't think that's a professional sport.
I don't know, man. Women might get it. They
Spelling bee.
them differently, bro. They might get men, bro, and jump roping. I don't know how many men grew up double dutching and shit. I did.
It's somewhat competitive though. You know.
I couldn't do it now.
He said I can't do it now. Where Gary go, yo? Morpheus really took him. He go to sleep inside his shell. I need to go find him inside SpongeBob's pineapple. He's probably under Patrick's rock.
I'm not even interested in competing in those sports with women. That shit ain't even unless we doing like a co-ed team, then cool. But
who?
man, there's women, that shit ain't even fun.
Like what about poker? Like women can compete in poker.
Oh yeah,
games.
yeah.
Wait, that's a sport.
They
I thought
probably
it was
win.
just like
it.
a game.
Yeah, I mean that's a game. I'm
win.
talking about like basketball,
yeah.
flag football,
Oh, yeah.
anything with a physical that's on the physical level. I'm not interested. Not even tennis,
Nah, they
man.
can't
I'm not
even touch
interested.
Mr. Ma said. Mr. Ma said that. Wait, Mr. Ma is gonna
I
wrestle
just personally
chicks.
think when men compare themselves to women, like that shit to me, that shit be weak, man. Gary Rage quit. He ain't on the panel no more. Nope.
No, Gary dropped. I told you, Morpheus took him. They were having a battle. I think he went.
Come back, Gary.
He went to sleep
No,
inside.
Gary, come back.
Not to big
Cause
up
we
myself.
want to talk to you some more. Gary,
have-
come back.
Not to not
Come back.
Gary
We got
needs to
funny game.
No. Gary,
no,
come back. No, y'all supposed to sing with me, man.
Hey,
Gary,
what's
come back.
Sing it. That's gonna be.
Well,
yeah. Sorry,
go ahead.
not to big up myself, but this is my birthday on Wednesday. I'm going to be 44 on Wednesday.
Is your birthday on Wednesday?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Happy early birthday, man. Happy early birthday.
Thank
Went
you.
around the sun another year.
Happy
We go
early-
around the sun, right? Well, the sun go around us. Whatever.
We
did another
like,
lap.
It's
Yeah,
like
no,
the sun and the earth. They don't even go around in a circle no more. It's like a what is it like? It's like a
Oval.
It ain't no circle. It ain't no circle. I know it ain't no circle no more.
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's an ellipse, but it never was a circle.
It ain't flat neither.
Oh.
The Earth has always gone around the sun, and
They said the sun is so much bigger than everything.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So how they know that? How it's so much bigger? How they measure how much is how big the sun is? If it's just like so much, that's like an ant trying to measure me.
No, it's
Like
because
ant.
it's the same way you measure anything.
How?
You measure it. You know how
I'm gonna say this.
I use regular tool, man. I ain't got no tool to measure the sun. I just accepted it in chemistry or what I accepted it in science class. Then I thought about all this stuff, like how they tell how big something is in space.
because
I mean, it could be accurate, but how they know? How they know for real?
because you know how far it is away, and you know how big it is. Therefore, you can measure it.
Oh.
Hey, let me tell y'all something deep and profound I learned, right? When I was trying to be smart, I used to think about shit that had no significance in my life. When I became smart, I stopped thinking about shit that had no significance in my life. It is not gonna do anything for my life to know how far, how big. That shit don't do nothing for my life, bro. That shit don't do nothing
work,
for my
man.
character. It don't make me a better person. It don't
No,
make me no money.
It
That
don't.
shit don't do nothing, bro.
It don't. It really don't. Like it really. 93. I'm a smart person, and I can tell y'all this.
Sorry,
I think I'm smart. Yes.
His question was, how do we know how big the sun is? It might not help your life, but the question was how big. How do we know how big the sun is? It's because we measured it. It's not different.
I mean, so I can agree with
I
they
don't
measure
even
it.
care. Really, I don't care for real. Because
You might not
needed to know.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. I am here to represent Wild Heart Pro Bono.
Yes.
I'm his counsel. What up, guys? What up, Nine?
What up,
What
Commander?
up, bro? Chat, where you at?
I would sing.
Chet, where you at?
I'm saying with it.
Chet, where you at?
Hey, I gotta play this is Baba on the panel. Hold on, bro. Because I've been thinking about this all day. I just gotta play it because Baba on the panel. Where's it at? Jesus Christ!
There's something about these online platforms that seems to attract a lot of craziness. You know.
Chestnut! Jesus Christ! Arrest this!
There's something about these online platforms that seems to attract a lot of craziness. You know. There's something about these online platforms that seems to attract a lot of craziness. You know.
Damn! I'm true! Jesus Christ! Chestnut! Arrest!
Jesus Christ.
Baba.
Nate, come get your squirrel.
Man, I love that squirrel. I don't know why, but I just like that squirrel. Actually got a couple more clips. I'm about to go back in and re-edit that. Because that was really just a rough draft. I just didn't get a chance to go back. But yeah.
Did you know the UK has a red squirrel as their, I don't know, as their something? It's not their mascot. What do you call it? It's their animal.
National bird, national mammal.
National mammal. It's the red squirrel.
Hey,
And I
wow,
think that's a red squirrel. I'm not sure.
y'all got a national mammal as a squirrel.
Although
Commander sounds like she's such a beautiful lady. girls. Like, but
Okay.
Uh-oh. You're getting
I
But
activated.
what? But what?
I,
But what,
I'm
Roger?
What
just
does it
saying.
what does it do to
I
you?
ain't
Like,
trying to like. I'm just saying. Like, you sound like you pretty.
Sorry,
Thank you, Big Mix.
sorry,
Okay, Roger.
I do actually have like a real life problem. I'm not that bright. I'm not that clever. I've lost my glasses overnight, and without my glasses, I can't see anything, so I can't find my glasses. Does anyone have any suggestions?
You need me to read for you too, Wildheart? Listen, you're gonna have to pay me. That won't be pro bono.
Just retrace your
I don't
steps.
know what to do
I
about
start
that,
off doing
man.
that.
Yeah,
You
I
got
was
Nah,
thinking
Carlos
I was
grandpa
like,
on the panel. Shit.
bro, I lost my glasses the other day for like a whole day. I was so mad. And then they was on my wife's nightstand. And I'm like, and I had to think like, oh, when I laid the baby down, I don't like laying down with my glasses, so I always take them off. And I laid on her side of the bed and put the
I
baby to
can't,
sleep
I
for a
can't see.
whole day because that's one spot I never look in.
I can't see anything without my
My
glasses.
glasses.
Go
Like
look
I
in the
bet
You
your
ain't
trash
got a
glasses
backup
are
can,
in the
pair?
just in
kitchen.
case.
I bet they're in the kitchen.
kitchen.
check
Right,
under your bed. Check under your bed.
under my bed.
Mhm.
Right, I'll do that.
In between the couch cushions? I don't know. Jesus Christ. Call him
This
Jesus.
is
Maybe
a
Jesus will.
a
You need a
variety
pendulum.
panel.
I
This
know.
is quite the wild card.
You need a pendulum. If you had a pendulum, you can find anything.
Mm.
Oh, with the yes, no? Or what?
No, the pendulum, the little crystal, you ask it, it pointing in the direction of whatever you ask it. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
never
I
mind.
know what you're talking about.
I've
The
only
the
done
You're
the
supposed
the
to.
one where it
the
goes
thing.
like it says yes, no, like forward or it does circle, but it's
No,
mm,
I do sorcery, so I use pendulums.
Oh my goodness! You finally admit that.
you
You
finally
finally.
admit.
I never said.
Now we can
I
have a
never said I
hypnosis
never.
versus sorcery battle. I am a
I bro,
hypnotist.
bro, I never said what I did or what I didn't do. I do a lot of different things.
What? You can't.
It's all
You
slowly
Never.
can't.
coming out.
No.
Slowly.
Can someone,
Mm.
whoever mentioned
You know
looking
who
back,
hasn't said anything in a minute? Rider for life.
whoever
Where
mentioned
was
look,
they at?
Riders, what up, 9?
They was in the kitchen. Told you.
no,
I'm good.
no,
Oh
they were
well.
listening under my bed. Whoever said
Told
under
you.
my
Got you.
I started.
I
Oh,
know.
I
Baba.
started
Baba
you off.
said
under my bed.
You happy?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
happy
I'll sing you happy birthday
Oh,
too, bro. Before I can really sing,
do
I'll sing
you?
you happy birthday
now.
one day today.
Happy
Hey,
birthday to
do,
you.
do you know what Baba means in a lot of different languages and cultures?
well, in
Mm.
Spanish it means drool.
Father, father.
You
It means
know
father.
I'm right.
Like in Egyptian and Middle Eastern languages, Baba means father.
Oh,
What
or like baby bottle, like a baby's baba, right? Like a
Baba,
baba,
Yeah.
like
a
the name
bottle.
spell, Baba. Yeah, that means
Yeah, but
father.
like in
Like
Spanish,
you would
the
hear my
kids will say, "Where's your bottle at?" And it's your bottle, like
Yeah.
the baby bottle.
like if you would hear like if y'all ever hear my son and my daughter call me Baba. Because in Middle Eastern and in their mother's language it means father. I
All
used
right,
to
we're
and
gonna call
then
Baba the father. Sorry, word.
The father of
Oh,
spit.
I like Baba better. I don't like. It don't,
is that like
I like
Dada?
Baba better.
Because Dada is father, isn't it? Is
Father.
it Baba?
I
Like
like
Dada,
God, the Father.
Dada is father. Yeah,
Wait, in what language is it father?
like Dada.
In Assyrian and Syrian
Sure.
and
Yeah.
well it's spelt different in what they call uh it's not damn what is it? I can't think of it now. The Egyptian language, not the hieroglyphs. That's not the actual language. It started with an N. It's
Sanskrit.
on the tip of my tongue. Who? No, not Sanskrit is Middle East. That's like Babylonian.
It starts with
Um,
an N.
Can I
yeah,
just say
it's on the tip of my tongue.
so? I can just say hello to Missing Moss. I've just got my glasses on so I can see the comments now.
What up, missing
It's
mom?
on. It start
You
with a
got
fucking
me
N.
word.
So
Hey, Wildheart, what's your name mean?
what's my name? David.
No. What's your name mean? Wilder.
Gonna dox himself.
You're doxing
Oh,
yourself.
no, I've doxed myself many times. I've took people on like Google Street, so around my flat and everything. Anyway, yeah, what's my name? It's the name of a band in they come from Newcastle in England. The Wild Hearts, they're called. So I kind of stole it, and they're icon. Yeah, it's just like a rock band in the UK.
Gotcha.
Oh God, why can't I even? It's not possible.
I don't know word. Brit.
I think it
I
was.
wanted to
Anyway,
read a poem. I wanted to read a poem.
Poems.
battle with Rachel. We'll have a poem battle.
I don't know. If she want a battle, I don't know. Like it ain't long. It ain't mean. It's like we can have one, but I don't think
No, I was just
I don't
talking to
know.
her. I was just talking to her. No, I was just talking. No, go ahead, bro.
Oh,
You read.
it's called a modern American fashion.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
What? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that part of it too. That's in there too. That's in there too. We accept you. You dress for success. Them party time. I don't want to read it no more because it sounds lame when I read it. I don't know. I'm dead.
You got to, bro. You can't look, man. Life never start nothing and don't finish it, bro. Just finish it
Okay,
to
I'll
see what
finish.
it do.
I'll finish it. I'm so scared. I was like, modern American fashion. We accept you. You dress for success. The party time tones. Me, as unique as can be. We celebrate them. Her with the expensive taste. Him with the dirty smile on a cute face. You expressing the respect inside. Me listening to music that gives us pride. We are everywhere. I'm connected to the colors and styles. Her, is that how she dressed her child? Him, does he know he got your attention? Us, energy never lies. We trust in the vibe. We don't judge, we understand. Want to be cool? Let's make a play. What's the plan? It's a great day. Paw prints, smooth nylon, and confetti cotton. Wear darker colors to be curiously fancy. We can be downright crafty. Modern American fashion. It's a change. It's a passion. That's the end of it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What motivated you to write that? Or what inspired you to write that?
It's like a slight motivation from just watching people what they wear and what American wear compared to other countries and stuff like. And it wasn't like I was so focused. I use stuff that I see, people wearing and stuff, but I tried to make it where like it was understandable that I was talking about wearing clothes and making choices and different personalities that come out when people wear certain things, and I tried to like put it in a short version of of how it would sound to make it like not too long, but enough to express the idea that wearing clothes does matter. Like some people like like, and then like like even the way you wear your face, like a facial expression and stuff like that. I don't know. I just be writing. I write a lot too. So
He said, I don't know.
When I heard it though, it just gave me like a way, like your perception of how you look and stuff. That's why I asked you what motivated you, because I can, like, as you're talking, I can tell that's how you perceive it. A lot of times people write what they imagine, but you wrote what you seen. So, like, I do poetry too, so I know like different styles. I would have put that into a haiku. That'd have been a
oh
dope
yeah,
in a haiku.
I don't know how to
Yeah,
write
if
no
you could,
haiku. I know what it is, but
yeah,
yeah, you
that'd
would
be
put in a
dope.
haiku.
And you,
Mm.
yeah, bro, if you were saying that, because you said a lot of words, but they personify a specific thing within a thing. So I can easily put that into. I was doing it as you were saying it. I was putting it into a haiku.
as you were saying. That's why I was like, that was it. But you only can do that with like I think the best haiku writing is not imaginary, but observant things you observe. I mean, you can
Oh
imagine
yeah.
and joke, but I just think the best haiku writings is from observation versus imagining.
Oh yeah. I'm a very observant person. Like you said, some people I read a lot of stuff people imagine. Like I can see I'm observant to the point
Mm-hmm.
where I don't really consider my own my I don't consider my point of view unless it's like relevant to or proportionate. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
my thing, I don't know. I always been like this though. I look at people like I don't imagine very well. I don't believe it or not. The reason why I write poetry is because it helps me to imagine. But then like my imagination is not like a fascinating thing to me because when I view what other people do, I was like their imagination gotta be great, 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 great to come up with stuff like NASA and I'm just going way out NASA and you even gotta have imagination to do anything. But to write
Yeah.
poetry, you made a point about my personality, which is true. I am more observant than I am imaginative. I you know, yeah, that's right though. Hmm.
You know what it made me imagine? It made me think that Big Mix dresses well.
I
That's what
try
I.
to. I try to.
Mhm.
I wear dark colors. I wear dark colors all the time.
That's like when you describe dark clothes. That's I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's more um, about your perception versus an imagination. That's
Yeah,
one of the things, the keys or the clues.
And then he said we, so then I felt
Hmm.
like okay, he said we, so he included himself.
I got a lot. I got another point. I be thinking like people won't understand my poetry if I read it though, because I used to think. Well, I read another one if y'all want to hear it. Y'all, I like criticism. I like critic. This one is called "Make It Through This Song," and I'm gonna describe a little bit about it. It's about like when I listen to music and people be like, it'd be hard to listen all the way through some music for me because it remind me of like this like I hope y'all don't get depressed or whatever, but that's just gonna be before my heart before my heart falls
All right.
apart. Before my heart falls apart and my neatly folded and accounted feelings are displayed. Let me play the song from the start, the one we listened to, believed in, and betrayed. Our love captured in a tonic of fun express. Oh, our love captured in a tonic of full expression. My freedom tied to yours in a vulnerable intimacy. The time we accepted the fancy confessions, your special touch, my honored ministry. Now I'm sure the singer is an assassin, a leader that ruins from the inside out. How? How could you lead us into paradise, then show us the naked imperfection and reasonable doubt? As I reach the end of what your music built, I realize the beautiful pointlessness of your dream. The lingering understanding begins to wilt when I knew nothing was as it seemed.
Yeah, somebody disappointed you, bro.
Man, yeah, like I told you, I ain't want y'all to get. I ain't depressed. I ain't depressed about that big old crap. But yeah, I used to have
Yeah,
this girl, man. We made music together, and I was like, she moved
yeah,
on. She
somebody
getting married.
disappointed you.
I ain't
Yeah, I heard that shit, bro. Mhm.
shit. I don't do I don't always write that depressing stuff though. But I got some stuff, man. Yeah. Hmm. I be trying. I don't.
Baba, do you do
Come on.
poetry
I've written
or
some
write lyrics?
battle raps when I when people piss me off, but that's pretty much the only time I'm motivated to do that. Otherwise, I'm not ready.
I was poetry to me, I've been writing poetry for a long time. And for the most part, I don't know anybody in my physical world that writes as much poetry as I do. Sometimes I might look up and find somebody with a poem or two, but I, so I just be like, I listen to. And not only if you write poetry, you can understand it from a certain extent. Like them people that I understand, like Robert Frost, Maya Angelou, Shakespeare. Sometimes he be off the chain though.
Shakespeare, Shakespeare, man, Edgar Allan Poe.
Him, I understand him. He cool too. You know, it's like it's like the more even when I'm talking to somebody, I notice things they say that would be poetic or would be like worthy of listening to see the beauty in what they say. I think the one thing wrong with me though is the fact that I don't really show that side of myself to people much because I think it's a wrong thing to hold back that from the world now because I see how the world acting. And in my life, we don't have people have conflicts, but most of the time, my family and everybody around us is peaceful. You know, like we don't fight over words and stuff, but I see how people in the American life, we'll say somebody will say something to a large crowd of people, and and the people listening to that person won't turn to the next person and even ask that person if they believe that. But
Fuck you
I
mean?
don't like you being
It's
like
the
in a
way
crowd.
they
Hey,
say it. You don't even know what they're
hey,
saying it, like they
hey,
have so
but
much
people don't
passion.
question it. It become a big
Mhm.
ass echo chamber. Like you get around a bunch of people who don't question shit.
Mhm. Damn, I don't want to start it though. I don't do that. Mm.
Bro,
I'm
most people cheat, bro. That's just how people design, bro. Most people. I when I hear like I heard people say,
on my phone and
well,
died.
smarter
Oh,
people,
yeah,
you know,
Morris,
smarter
he
people than
cool.
me
Like,
than did the work, and it's like, okay, I understand that, but that don't mean it fit right. Like, go observe it. I don't know. I just that's how I learn, bro. I can't. I'm not a reader learner. I'm a doer learner. Do shit and learn. You know, I'm not a reader. You know, that shit to me is lazy. You know, I always had to apply shit. But I seen the benefit the more you do it. But that's how things evolve, bro. That's how you learn what was wrong and what's right. You know, at one point in time, like I was saying the other day, they were smoking during surgery. At that time, they didn't know how fucked up it was, but then they start, after we do stuff for so long, we have data. You know, we can look at it, we can observe it and say, okay, we can do this or do that and make this better. But if you ain't thinking for yourself, you ain't gonna do that shit. You just go follow the trend or follow the standard, the current standard. So people don't think for themselves, bro. Most people are fucking sheep.
I was in a channel where somebody in the chat said that is disgusting. Calling humans calling people sheep, it's dehumanizing, diminishing to humans or something like that. I was like, oh, calm down. Calm
Yeah, well,
down.
they should stop being like fucking sheep. Most people act like fucking, like, bro. Like, the more, that's why I'm real, man. I got people on the panel, so I ain't gonna go off, but that's why I don't interact with a lot of people because
Damn,
most
is
people
everybody
don't think
dropping
straight.
like flies? Where everybody
Yeah.
go?
Yes, bro. Like, I was talking to my sister today about logical thinking and critical thinking, and then she was like, "Yeah, well, logic is supposed to be part of the thinking process, but most people don't even And it's but like in critical thinking, you have several tools, and logical thinking is one of them, and you apply it when necessary. Logic, like everything does not exist with logic because you have variables like humans. Motherfuckers have emotion. Emotions will override any fucking logic. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Motherfucking emotion will override your logic. What makes sense? If you hurt somebody's kid, logic could tell you to call the police or do something like, nah, you gonna take their fucking head off. But now you're putting yourself in a position where you can't protect your family no more because you're gonna be locked up with something some asshole did. Right? Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carry one of my people by 6. So my emotions will override fucking logical thinking. If that's the case, would nobody with a kids and a wife at home and a nice pants, they wouldn't fucking cheat. That's not logical. You gonna fuck all this up for 5, 10 minutes? Motherfuckers do it every day.
Preach, preach. It got silent out of nowhere.
Mhm.
Damn, where Roger go? I was gonna say,
Everyone
damn, I was
left.
enjoying the poetry.
Yeah.
Big Nick
Ah,
saying, well, her fellow,
I was
they
so
dropping
quiet.
like 5.
Everybody dropping.
Yeah, I
I
ain't want to
saw.
keep talking. I don't want to hog up the. Go ahead, y'all talk.
I was not. I was trying not to talk because I came up here too hot, too excited because I haven't been on panel. And then I think my mic is loud too. But I seen some
Oh,
guy
what's
with
up?
a
Tiny changed his
baby.
name. I'm
He
listening.
had a baby on, like, one of those little baby backpacks, and he had his baby in the front, and he was out protesting, and he
Oh
was saying,
no.
I'm like, what are you doing out there with your baby? He probably was part of like a peaceful, nice little protest, but he was
Protesting
Man,
with the
saying,
fuck
baby.
that, bro.
like, yeah, don't take kids out there. That's not right. Like, that is
Right.
not right. That baby looked like 8 months old. But he was saying about how you're saying about like somebody messes with your family, and he was saying like these ICE agents are messing with people's families, and you mess with our families, you mess with all of us. We all come out here. What are you expecting? Like, I'm like, oh shoot, that's how
That's
people
how
are
it be.
taking it.
I mean, that's how it be, man. I mean, like even think about this, right? You kill a cop kill a black person. Why do black people come protest? Because they feel associated or related to it. But imagine if like 20 to 30 black people from the same community got murdered. Man, they families gonna be out there fucking shit up, bro. You got too
Oh
many.
my.
You know what I'm saying? And now when you talking about this ICE thing, it's a lot of they talk about thousands of people. So it's probably gonna be some people who came over here the wrong way that was busting their ass. Their family depended on them. Now you took them, or their family just fucking loved them. They was
Mm-hmm.
their family. Now they gonna be like, man, you took them all.
Ooh.
Fuck that, man. That's a human emotion, bro. That shit logically don't make sense because it's like you over here fucking illegal. Okay, the shit like this.
Yeah, it don't make
That's what
sense.
happens.
Yeah, logically it
Like if
does not
somebody would
make
have
sense.
if somebody threw a brick in that crowd when that guy was holding his baby, he get mad. Oh, little baby, no man, you put your baby in this environment. Shit like that happen, bro. You can have a peaceful protest to have one asshole come in and do some crazy shit. Now it's popping off, and you got your baby there, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that
come on
baby
now,
shouldn't be
man.
used like a shield. Like it's literally on his
No,
chest.
man.
I got a question about all of this.
All
Like
right.
with the ice with these ice people, why this might question might already be answered, but why they doing why they just won't like why they just won't like let them people just talk to them first, send a translator or something. They probably say them people probably coming over here to tell us something at least. Like they running from something, they running from something down there, and they gonna like them people. I heard it was bad down there, like in those countries because they don't have food or water or something. I don't know what it is. They missing something, but them people probably can tell us something that's going on down there. Talk to one of them.
Well, it
Or
depends
two.
what country they come from, and then it depends what part of the country they come from.
Mm.
Because I heard some people saying, like one lady was saying that she lived better in Venezuela than she did here. She said, back home, I never slept on the floor, and here I am in a shelter sleeping on the floor. Like, this is not what I expected America to be. But what did you expect America to be? You're just coming over here with nothing. Like, what?
What?
You're lucky to have shelter.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she wanted to go back home. You know, I think plenty of people went back.
Okay, too.
I mean, people just think they'll come over here and get on. I don't know, man. I was born here, so like I be sounding. Look, man, I can't wear. Everybody got cars who built in life, and everybody got to play them bitches. Some cars better than other cars, and that's just how it is. You know, everybody got a starting point. It ain't how you start; it's how you finish, man. So that's just how it is, man. And that's the way I don't get emotionally attached to the shit I can't do nothing about. You know, if I was some major billionaire philanthropist, I can go down and help people and do this, and I can do that, but I can't do that. I can barely help my damn self. So I gotta focus on
I
that. I
agree
gotta
with you
get
on
like,
that.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
agree
I
with
mean, that's just how it is, man. I help where I can, and I think like I tell my wife, man, I can't watch the news and shit because you get emotionally invested in that shit and not even be conscious of it. You know, because you see little kids starving and stuff like that. That shit make you feel some type of way.
On a metaphysical level, word on a meta, like when I said metaphysical, I mean
I know what you're
when
talking
you
about. Yeah.
look, yeah, like when you look at it that way, if we continue to look at it, it's gonna we gonna keep trying to keep up with the morality of how we would handle it. Somehow,
But then you,
did that make
I mean,
sense?
you can't. No, no, and that's what happens. And I tell my wife like she'll watch something and she'll get emotionally invested into it,
Yeah,
but then she'll stop watching it and start
doing
interacting
something else
in life, and that emotion translates over. So
into what she
you
doing.
carry that shit with you carry that energy
Ooh,
with you, man. You
you
carry that shit with
understand,
you.
man?
I was just telling her that, like, man, you can't. That's why it's called TV fucking programming, bro. That's why people listen to music and go out and do drive-bys and stupid shit like that. It
Man,
is
that's
because
yeah.
that shit translates over. You'll be listening to something, and then that shit is activating your physical life, bro. You'll be
Okay,
going through that
okay.
shit mentally and
Oh,
And you
I'm
know
gonna
what?
physically.
say. Oh, hmm. Oh,
Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
Ben.
say. I'm gonna say. Like I meditate every day, and I meditate. I do sound meditation with my voice. Um, I read things that make me happy, and I generally try to look at something about my life I can improve very simply. A very simple thing I do, and
Mhm.
I play with my animals. I got some animals. I got a couple house cats, and they very rambunctious.
Mhm.
And and what I see, man, I don't even watch the ice stuff, but I be hearing rumors about it. Even that stuff like over the overseas in the east world. I'd like I
Shit,
don't know.
yeah, my wife
You
knows
can't even
out here a lot of them.
you
But
can't
go
even
ahead, my
cross
bad.
animals. Like you can't even cross animals across the border from country to country unless they got their papers, their shots, like certain.
Yeah, they bring some fucked up shit over here. Some shit they ain't
Uh-huh.
over here. They bring that shit, animals or plants. You gotta get that
Yeah.
shit. That shit gotta go through
Fruits,
customs.
like certain
Yeah,
meats you can't bring over. So, yeah.
bacteria come with that shit, bro. A lot of shit that come with, introducing different organisms to different environments, to new environments. They have different effects.
Viruses come with people too,
Hmm
from wherever their
Yeah,
country is.
yeah.
Cause and
Yeah,
effect.
and then
Everything
like,
comes together.
and then like we'll get stuck like the whole time, like the whole time. I don't think about stuff like other people do, cause the whole time everybody was talking about COVID and stuff. Well, now COVID is not even the topic no more. But it took over. It took over like 3 years of the entire American society. It took over for 3 years, and now nobody talk about it no more. But nobody. And what disturbs me about that is that what if it happens again and we're not ready again? So what I be looking at like why does the media move so fast from one thing to the next without solving the problem or even making it easy to understand?
Yeah.
Like,
What's up with the drones? Where are these
all
drones?
that.
What That's what I keep
Yeah.
asking. How come
On them
everybody
girls
forgot about the
following my house.
drones?
So shit, them motherfuckers ain't following me, so I'm good. So I wasn't following that shit. Fuck it. That shit, man, that shit induce fear and paranoia and all that shit. That's all that shit. That shit is, and it distracts you from what you're supposed to do. Oh, that's the best way I can say it. I ain't gonna sit up here and get into no conspiracy theories or nothing like that. People believe in what they want to believe. What it actually physically does to you is distract you from what you're supposed to do. Now you got something on your mind that you have no control over. Let you go out there and shot all the drones down. What you gonna do?
Oh, some man got arrested for shooting down a drone or shooting at a drone from his own property.
I would have did the same. He would take me to jail.
So where's Earth Day? Remember she was saying like that the protests and the riots were fake?
Yeah. Well, I don't think she said it. She was like, it ain't going down like the way they're showing it. That's what I got from her. I don't really, she said she ain't see all the smoke and all that. From 10 minutes away. I don't know, man.
Well, they always make things look bigger, right?
Yeah, they personify things. I was just, man, y'all was talking about something earlier and everybody was cooking. But I wanted to say that's what most people come on here do is personify their own experience. That's why I think he's talking about like the Tate and Cheryl thing. But that's what most people do. They come on here and personify their own experience. Shit, I do it. That's why I talk about myself all the time. I'm personifying my own personal experience. But it's what's within that experience be the question. That is the question.
Yeah. It's like when I put what I personify is I think the way I put myself off on here on the internet in general is an artist that really not interested in showing people my art. That might be the plainest way to say it, but it's true about me. But that's not the whole entire me. And the fact that what I do every day, I get on here and I show y'all I might read a little poetry, I might hum a note, but I personify something. And when I get a response from someone about my art and stuff, it really truly is a surprise. But I don't know. So but yeah, it's like yeah, well,
You can tell you from the South. Because my
yeah.
cousin, every time he talk, in between his pauses, he'd be like, he either say or yeah. And I start doing that shit. I'll be like, yeah. In between the pauses, he'd be like, yeah.
Stop making me self-conscious.
Well, Big Mix
You
already
make
said he
me
talks slow
self-conscious.
from because of where he comes from,
I
right?
don't. I do.
The slower pace.
Yeah, I talk kind of. I talk fast sometimes but I ain't slow. But then
No, not that kind of slow. My bad. No, like
no.
the pace in which you. What is it called? Your cadence.
Yeah. If you heard the people around me talking, you think I talk with a slow cadence? These people around here be talking so slow, man. I'm actually when you said up talking fast, man, you was sitting there listening to them talk about something, and you'll be to
Well,
spend 5 minutes.
that's
Yeah,
another. That's another uh, clear sign that either you from the South or your people from the South. Because we don't say here, you say here, and it
we
come out
it's
so
a lot of
naturally. Yeah, come out hard.
someone talk like that. Someone talk. It's a different kind of thing. Like it's a different kind of thing. Like when you try to get somebody. If you talk to the other guys here, they'll tell you my voice is if you look at the voice types around here, I'm a singer, so it's gonna be different. But the other guys, they sound the same. Like they sound like not like me, but like they don't even talk. They don't even say much. Like the
You got
guys
a
I just
more.
went, they don't even say much at all.
You,
Like they
you
just
have a
hunt,
more.
they hunt, and
Yeah, you have a more grammatic structure
yeah,
in
I'm an
your
artist.
uh,
I'm an artist,
speech
so
pattern.
I talk a lot. They the guys around here where I live, they go hunting every on the summertime. They going hunting, they going fishing, they going dirt bike riding and 4-wheeler riding. They go out there. They at nighttime they shoot deer. They be fucking around with the women all the time,
That
and
sounds
then
fun.
it is fun.
Yeah,
It's fun.
right.
I'm part of it too. I just don't do all this stuff because I never did. I'm an academic person, so I just I sit on the porch and I watch.
You're a nerd.
And I'm the nerd. Yeah, I'm kind of like a nerd, but not. They
Mhm.
don't see me as no nerd. They actually see me as a formidable athlete. That's all they know about me. They ain't
So
really
nerd, like, what is the
huh?
definition of a nerd? Because I was always called a nerd,
A
but
nerd
nobody ever
down here. A
questioned me.
nerd down here is a nerd down here is a person that study a lot or
Yeah, I
always
don't
had like
look
a
at a
big
nerd as
idea.
a lame. Yeah, I know some
Nah,
people look at nerds like
big
lame.
idea.
It's not a lame. It's just somebody who's like more, studious.
Nerds are the
Yeah,
best. The bestest.
Nerd
I heard.
drop.
I ain't no nerd though. I don't think I'm a
Oh,
nerd.
now he ain't no nerd.
I
Listen,
used to be like that. I just like doing what I do. I like to do what I yeah, if I was a nerd now, a nerd would I know some nerds down here. I ain't like them. A nerd down here. A nerd down here,
down here.
they play video games all day and they don't just they
No, that ain't no nerd, bro.
I don't
That
know
ain't
what
no
that
nerd.
is. What is it
There's
then?
different kinds of nerds.
What is it?
No, I
I
don't know what the
don't know.
nerd is. Somebody who be in the book, pocket protectors and suspenders
Oh
with the
yeah,
shoes with the penny in it,
yeah.
penny loafer. No, I'm just
Nerd.
joking. I'm just joking on that. Where Bob at? Bobby, you fell asleep. Gary done went to sleep. Wild Heart fell off.
Word, you already told us you have some penny loafers.
Yeah, I got penny loafs. I don't know where they at, but I got some. Ain't nothing wrong with penny. I make them. Look, I turn penny loafers into. I put a silver dollar in. Walk around like ain't shit.
Baba, are you a nerd? Do you consider yourself a nerd?
No, I don't think so. No,
All right.
I'm a sheep.
Writers, do you consider yourself a nerd?
Nope.
Well, I like suspenders, so
You know what? I'll be y'all nerd. I'll
Erica,
be the nerd. I'll be the nerd. I'll be the nerd.
Suspenders are what the
I'm a
farmers,
nerd
like
now.
those old men with the big bellies wear.
man, he's talking about Steve Urkel.
Mm.
I got them Steve Urkel suspenders, and I wear glasses. I just ain't got no tape in the middle. I used to. I had one pair of glasses that had to tape the middle because they cracked.
Wear a jumper and a damn striped shirt.
I used to wear. Well, I wear a lot of suit. Well, I used to wear a lot of suit. So I used to rock the suspenders with the bow tie.
What up, Rudy? Rudy keeps trying to get writers to type 7 or 47.
Yeah.
Either one. He's been trying for weeks and weeks now.
Oh shit!
What
I
up?
ain't never even peeped that shit. My bad. Yo, funny as shit. I'm over here making some money off of the game, listening to y'all.
Writers is making them 7s and 47s. She's making all them numbers.
I'm on here making some chump change off these little games. From the little $5 every hour, $10 every hour, $20 every hour that I make. Do something. Y'all got me fucked up. I mean, my bad. Y'all got me chopped. Let me bring the Philly out of me and leave the, the slang to the side.
I got me pork chop.
Huh? Who said that?
I'm looking with you. I just added pork to it.
I don't know if anybody else says it, but I knew I grew up saying the word, and it's something that's hard to stop saying. And I replaced it with the F word, so let me bring it back. You got me chopped. Change starts within us.
I don't know. I want
my
ever since I
voice.
started to cuss, my favorite cuss word been fuck. Ever since I started to cuss.
That's messed up. I think that's everybody's favorite word. That, the B word, and shit.
I don't like the B word. Unless I'm talking to my dog. I don't like the B word.
I keep dropping off. I don't know. I thought you put me out there.
No, I ain't put you out.
I think my phone has been somehow. Yeah.
I
Amanda,
guess
what's your
everyone's
favorite
done
cuss word?
talking. My favorite cuss word? Let's see. I don't know. Let me think. Motherfuck.
We know that one.
Motherfuck. Shit. I don't know.
Motherfucker. Oh shit, I echoed. Where was that
You
at?
got me fucked up. There you go. That's my favorite phrase.
Me fucked up. Listen, Mod, if you're in the chat, what's your favorite cuss word? I should do a live. What's
Oh,
your
she
favorite
has a
cuss
lot of
word?
cuss words probably. Baba sleeping? Oh hell no. Baba, why are you sleeping?
That's why I started laughing when you changed it.
He's trying
Baba
to bring
sleep.
Gary back.
With his mouth open too.
My favorite cuss word is bitch.
Oh shit.
Bitch.
I
That's
hate
a
that
bitch.
word.
Bitch,
I hate that
don't kill
word,
my
man.
I'm not
vibe.
eating no.
Let me be quiet. I can't be doing that on YouTube. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me and Mr. Mob be vibing. We said the same thing.
We still need Missing Mod to come on panel one day. Grace us with her presence. Let's go, Missing Mod. Come on, Missing Mod. We're falling asleep up here.
I thought we wasn't allowed to use that word.
She said the
Oh my
F word. She
God.
said the C word. She said the C word again.
I didn't
Wait,
know.
I can't say that word.
See, I grew up around white people before I moved to Detroit.
I was told
When I
not to
moved to
ever say
Detroit,
that word.
the C word, look, in black community, the C word don't really mean nothing. It don't
In the
really
what?
mean nothing.
In the black community?
Yeah, that shit don't mean nothing. People don't care about that shit. If you call somebody that, they'd be like, what the fuck is that? Like when I was growing up, I ain't gonna say now, but when I was growing up, it's like you call it, they'd laugh at it. It was like farting. Then the C word was like, somebody farting out loud. People laugh at it. But growing up around white people, oh, that shit, cuss word.
It's a forbidden word. But I've been around
Now,
enough
see,
Australians and people from UK.
Now, see, in a black community, the C word is nothing, but the B word, you don't call no female no B.
Yeah,
The
that's
white
true.
community, they don't care about the B. I mean, they be like, oh, okay, yeah, it ain't bad.
I think when you get a certain age, I think you get a certain age, nobody people just like people don't care what you say. Like if it ain't like I'm starting to realize the older I get, the more conversations tend to go up or down based on money. For real. Like you can say what you want to say,
Always
you
been
got
like
money.
that.
Oh shit! I'm supposed to click mute.
I ain't trying to do that.
Oh shit!
Okay, cool. What'd you think about that,
Hey,
Baba?
she's gonna see if she can join. That's what's up.
All right, listen. I just finished this. All right, I was writing the whole time y'all was up here talking while we was talking. Y'all want to hear this poem? It don't got no title
Mm-hmm.
though. I know a little crazy ass, right?
No.
Chill. That's what happens with That's what happens to people with short people syndrome. So no, let me stop. Anyways, in the lands of gold and myth, where battles rage and heroes' tales unfold, the people here they live a life so unresolved, bound by their own chains, they're lost in turmoil. Their hearts filled with unspoken cries, a struggle they endure. Their truths are locked away. Their eyes hold a weary gaze, a constant never-ending sway. They're lost in a sea of pain, their sorrow echoes the day. With dreams that fade away in shadows they hide, longing for a brother, my bad, longing for a brighter dawn. Am I tripping? I swear I'm echoing. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I hear it's like a reverb. Go ahead, though. It ain't
Yeah, like I'm like, am I
Sounds like
hearing myself?
scratchy.
Yeah, but I'm hearing myself at the same time. All right, where was I at? Their hearts filled with unspoken cries, a struggle they endure. Their truths are locked away, their eyes hold a weary gaze, a constant, never-ending sway. They're lost in a sea of pain, their sorrow echoes the day. With dreams that fade away in shadows they hide, longing for a brighter dawn, yet they still stray, caught in a path of doom and disarray, lost in their own plight, they've sworn, a world they've sworn, my bad. And though the answers are clear, their hearts still seek, for for they've lost their way. Through suffering and tears, they're caught in a struggle. Their love they've given, now lost in the fray. My bad, I stuttered a little bit. That shit
It
came
was
Yeah,
out
no,
very
my
it
that
was
eye.
that's
very
not depressing.
understandable. No, it's good. It's like
I'm about to
your
fix this, John.
the word choices you use, like first the vocabulary is intermediate in the meanings you pulled on. They carry a theme of like they carry a theme of hopelessness,
Confusion.
confusion, and yeah.
Everything we've been talking about.
I noticed the people that it's describing a group of people, like a group of individuals that don't have their freedom, don't know how to get it.
Yep. Too many people have lost their ways. They don't know how to, come back to reality. Come back to me, baby. Oh, everybody's so quiet. Come on, wake up.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's 2:30 in the morning on Monday morning. Everybody.
literally thinking.
Bob asleep. Gary somewhere lost in his shell. And I don't know if he's in SpongeBob or, Patrick's house, but we'll figure it out. He probably chilling with Squidward and got him to talk. Chill. I know all the fucking episodes of SpongeBob. Them damn kids, boy. Listen, my 15-year-old when he was When my 15-year-old was young, boy, I'm telling you, that shit, listen, at 2 o'clock in the morning, he used to wake me up. And it was, the Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. I'm like, oh my God, no. I just turned this shit off.
I can never watch SpongeBob. Like I tried to watch it one time. I'm like, what the fuck is even that?
Well, you got to realize I grew up with my kids. So it's kind of like different. I was a kid having kids. People don't realize that part. I was still watching fucking Disney.
I wouldn't
and
let my sisters watch that shit.
shit.
I just felt like that shit was the vibe, like that energy was just wrong.
SpongeBob
I
is
can't
weird.
even explain it.
Now that I'm older,
The
I'm like, I
energy
don't know
was
why I
just,
watch
it's a couple things. That fairy godparents, I'm like, man, turn this shit off. I ain't watching this shit. It was something else too. But it was like, nah, y'all ain't watching this.
Parents. Chill, you had a whole Fairly Odd Parent episode in this bitch one day.
Naga.
Yo,
Shout out to Naga.
I was like, shit, he is one of the Timmy of the world.
He is ruthless.
Yeah, I think so.
He's number one
I'm like,
father
he's
of the
the
year.
to me. He gonna go in the corner and bust a trap with his child. Boy, I'm like, damn.
He's a ride or die.
You know what'd be fun? Him and Wild Heart.
Oh no. And where's ARD? I'm thinking about all the fathers.
You could join Miss Ahmad. Word's not gonna
Frankie.
mind.
Yeah, of course you can
Yeah,
join.
we've been waiting for you, Miss Iman.
Word's waiting for you to pick his brain. We just gotta figure out which tools we're gonna give you. HR, what tools we gonna give the scientist down in the chat when she comes up on panel? She's gotta pick Word's brain. Say no, I'm just playing.
Girl, Dad. Baba.
We turning people into Texas Chainsaw Massacres and shit. You hear me?
Baba was cracking me up. When I first seen him put that up, I was like, yep.
Baba.
He sleep.
Baba.
Well, Baba ain't gonna sleep on the phone.
King Blackout.
Baba. Wake up. Mueve tu cuerpo alegría Macarena.
You sleep on her for real. That's how you sleep.
Hey, yesterday they found out where the ICE agents went to sleep, like at a local hotel. They were like at the Embassy Suites. Oh man, they put out a Facebook post, and like about 100 people went out there. They had cars honking, they had music, they were dancing, they were flashing lights at the hotel rooms. They were like, they were crazy.
I don't think that all these these riots they're saying about that's going on with the all these little riots that are happening. I don't think they're all immigrants that are in these riots, because I'm looking at a lot of these pictures and it's like a mixture of ethnicities, and it's listen, I'm not throwing a race card, but I gotta say how people know it. All right. So don't nobody feel offended, and if what I'm saying offends you, the door is right there. Just make sure the doorknob doesn't hit you, or the good Lord split you. All right.
Damn.
There's a lot of white people in these pictures. I don't know if I'm fucking tripping.
Yesterday I never seen so many white people out there, but guess what? It's really
where the Mexicans at in the
all the LGBTQ.
No, y'all don't know what yesterday was totally different from the ICE protest.
Yeah, yesterday was different.
What up, though, Miss Iman?
What up, Miss Iman?
Hey, how is everybody?
Pretty good.
Can you hear me okay?
I'm lucky.
Oh, look at you with the cute picture.
I like that.
I tried. Thank you.
It was a different. I mean, what do you think? Where they're like hate bonding? It's like the enemy is Trump, so everyone's gonna get together.
Is he?
Because they got an equal enemy.
I mean, I just think that there's a trap set up. He knows what they're doing. Look, at the end of the day, this is a strategy, Commander. Like I tell everybody, like he's gonna make his cut out of this shit. People not understanding. He's gonna listen. This is a lay down or get down type shit. That's why I'm like, I peeped it. That's why I don't talk about it no more. I don't talk about it. I peep that shit.
I wish they would all just go home.
But you gotta
Hey, but
realize,
it's a right. It's a right to protest, you know?
but
Like
they're not
peacefully
protesting.
anyway.
They're
The
rioting.
peaceful
Why do they
ones.
Word? I'm sorry. I need y'all to listen. I mean, Word is the only one, and I don't think he's even going to do it because he said motherfuckers need to use their logic, yo. Like, is there not a difference between protesting, boycotting, and rioting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, all three of them different.
And what's happening is
What?
not protesting. What's happening is rioting, according
But
to
some
the
people are
videos and
protesting.
pictures.
Some people are rioting.
I haven't seen one protest yet. According to these videos and pictures, it all looks like a riot. That's what I'm like. There's a difference. And
I've seen peaceful ones. But don't be out there at night.
Peaceful. Listen,
don't be out there past dark.
That's my thing. Protesting is peaceful. The riots is where it goes out of hand.
I think we should riot against the rioters.
It should
just start our own riot.
Huh?
No, that would be bad.
Yeah.
But that's what's gonna happen. It's people already online talking about why y'all call the Marines when we got the militias. I'm like, holy shit! Like, no, I'm straight.
See, this shit is
Yeah,
good.
but it's not time for militias right now. It's
Yeah.
not. We're not there yet.
But see, what people don't realize that if everybody gets into this shit, that's going to give
Oh man, you know what the
reason to start that. We've been talking about this for years.
No, this is what people don't understand. Do you know why militias are formed?
To protect the people, to protect the constitution,
from government
the people.
autocracy. So to stop from government, I'm not gonna say it, I don't want to say it like that. But people form militias to protect the people from basically government. So when you have militias saying, "Why y'all call the Marines in? We would have came in and did it." That's a horse of a different color. People ain't paying attention to what's going on. Like if the militia is saying like we go protect the ICE people so they can go get these immigrants out of here.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you
because
meant
you're
they were
protecting your country. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was
That's what
just.
they do.
I thought he meant that they were the militia was starting against them. I didn't realize that it was for
No.
them.
It was 4 different militia groups. When my wife showed me that, I'm reading it, and I'm like, and then when you read into the context of the full statement, they literally said Trump didn't have to call the Marines; he could have called us.
Because illegals are illegal. That's the thing. They're illegal. That's what I don't
That's
get. I
horse
just,
of a different color. Just pay attention to this shit. And then that shit's stupid to me anyway. I ain't about to go protest a bunch of people who got guns. That shit sounds stupid.
Exactly.
They got guns. And I'm looking like, y'all crazy as hell. I couldn't look, man. Fuck that. I couldn't do my top. You throw a bottle of drink at me, I'm shooting something at you. If it's a taser, pep, I'm gonna hit you right in your chest with a tear gas canister. Right in your bow. I'm gonna hit you right in your chest with it. Hit your head and
oh,
stop
you know what was so sad?
rubber. I go out there with rubber bullets. I'd be fuck. Throw something at me. I'm just doing my job, man. No,
I
that shit's
seen
stupid.
I seen a guy get ran over because it was a group of people trying to stop an ice truck, like a
I don't
big
blame them.
truck, and the one
Listen,
guy he got ran over.
go
He
ahead, Mother.
died. I was like, bro,
But
your
you
family,
gotta
you had no business out there doing
If they
that.
get in that truck, they're gonna be in trouble. Them guys had to run
This
them
what-
over, probably.
And what people don't understand is like, man, these people, you don't know who in them fucking crowds, man. You know, that's a perfect. This is what people don't think of. You putting people in so much like I don't protest and stuff, but you can put so many people in danger by doing that shit because you don't know who in them fucking crowds, especially when everybody fucking hate America. This is a perfect opportunity. Like, y'all remember that? What was that Boston Marathon?
Yeah.
Perfect opportunity to do crazy shit like that. And they blame it on
Frankie,
the protesters. They can actually, man, people don't. Strategically, we putting ourselves in a fucked up situation. I think the best way of getting your voice heard is fucking boycotting. That's
Yeah.
the best. You hit the money. When you affect the bottom line, that's when people start listening.
Yeah, but that's a little hard to do in this situation with the government and
As
stuff.
a sacrifice, shit, man. What government
The whole
depends
part
on
about boycotting,
big businesses. Oh, but go ahead, bro.
if somebody, I was like, the government can print money, can't like they just print money at will. So I was like,
Man, look,
if somebody,
let me look, bro. Look at your dollar. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell y'all. Just listen to what I'm saying. Look at your dollar. Your money is backed by debt. It's backed by debt. That's why they can keep printing
It's
that
a
shit.
promise. Yep.
If motherfuckers in debt, money is infinite. I mean, it's money.
You're
It's like an
spending.
IOU. Yeah, they spend as much as long as man. Look, I ain't even gonna talk on here. I don't even, like I said, I don't try to do conspiracy theory. One thing I do is follow the dollar and see what it is. But as long as they can keep you in debt, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. They can print as much money as they want to because it ain't gonna never run out. There's always gonna be an IOU.
Well, see, the government though is a system. It's a system of, different people, and I think that the divide is a good thing because it keeps them honest. It keeps the other people are always looking for a mistake or looking for lies or looking for whatever. So I mean that's a good part about it, but I don't think that people think that the government's just printing money like it's an entity in itself, and it's really not. They're just there to protect us and then also protect whoever else, like whoever we're in deals with, in the world, I guess, because America is badass. Just bottom line. I mean,
we are like one of the most deep. We are the most developed nation.
I mean, we're just our people are happier, fatter. I mean,
I agree with you.
We got the most control because we can do the most damage. That's what I was just telling my wife that. She was like, if we go to war, if the bombs, I'm like, man, look, do you know what it takes for a country to name another country that got military bases on every continent? Name one. Name a country that got
name one. I can name one.
We're the
name one country that got a military base in America.
We have so many missiles like pointed at
I
Russia.
don't know about China had one.
China had a military base in New York. You heard word?
You said what?
I think somebody in the back chat.
Oh, hold on.
I think that was Big Mix.
No, I think it's James Life Talks because he's saying
James.
Oh, James.
Hold on, James.
Hello.
My bad, James.
No problem.
What up, though?
Not much. Just been looking into family history and doing a lot of family history research, trying to figure out where I come from.
Oh, is that
you come from your mom and your daddy?
Well, yeah, definitely that. But I mean, trying to understand who I am.
Yeah, I'm fucking with you.
I got you. I know.
You are whoever you develop yourself to be. But it's good to know you.
I think nature has something to do with it. Also, nurture. I think it's a little bit of both, along with what you choose.
Until you take control.
What?
Until you take control. That's an automatic. I would say, yeah, nurture nature, but when you decide, then you become the author of your own story. But very few people come to that understanding. I believe in life. That's crazy to me though. But yeah, very few people come to that understanding that no matter where they come from, they can develop or be what they choose to be. I ain't saying you can change your race or nothing like that. But.
I did this experiment one time. Just it's like a thought experiment. Instead of me saying that I'm a star, I pretend I used to like not pretend. What's the word I gotta say for I would act as if the person I'm talking to is a superstar. So, and then I realized I was thinking about it, I said, well, Like for example, if I'm talking to somebody that I don't know, but not I don't know, but somebody like I don't know, or even though I know, I be like, oh, I pay attention to them like I was trying to picture them as like being way more, y'all know what I'm saying, way more important than me. But that sound like, but not that they are, but it's just like,
Keeps you humble.
Yeah, it keeps you on. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Like I get very, and it makes me
That's
consider
weird, Big
things.
Mix. That's
It's
weird.
weird. It's weird. I know. I'm weird. I'm
yeah,
weird.
We're all weird.
I wouldn't, I wouldn't determine my value predicated upon someone else's work. I never do that. You know, I wouldn't. I understand what you're saying. I don't see the benefit in it. But it's
Yeah, like what did it
stages and
do?
phases. Yeah, what it do?
Yeah, I'm weird.
What did it do for you?
I'm weird because when I did that, it was like I was talking to my mom, and I said, and I was like, what if you not? I didn't tell him that I was thinking it, but I was like, well, she is saying something important, and it just made me feel. It just made me feel very, very more interested in what she was saying. Like I don't know. It's just I have again. I'm one of those people that observe things from. I observe way more than somebody have to. Like
Let me ask the panel a question. Do you look at the messenger versus the message, or do you analyze both?
I try to look at things objectively.
You said
Like,
objectively.
Yeah.
you mean like the person that
Like
brings
look
the
at both.
message?
Yeah,
Or
like would you take finance? Would you listen to somebody talking about finance that was living on the street?
um, you know, most people that live on the street are pretty smart, but they're
Yeah,
just there for
shit happens in life.
drugs or
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I guess if it made sense, and I thought about it, I'd give it a couple of thoughts or something before I did. But I don't know. It depends if it was right. I don't know.
Mhm. So you look at you analyze. You could say both. I think that's
Yes,
what we
we're all
should do
bad.
because
That's what
yeah,
I think.
because I mean you can get a good message from a bad source.
Yeah.
You can. So I always look at both. So I never put value on a person. I let people value themselves. People show you what they value is in life. The more you interact with them, the more you see it, how they carry themselves. People carry
And they
themselves with
probably know.
dignity and integrity. Yeah,
They probably know what mistakes they made too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And my father used to have a saying, and I didn't understand it until I got older. But he used to say, "Don't do what I do what I say." And I'd be like, man. But then when I was younger, I used to look at people, and then if I didn't feel like they were on my level, I wouldn't listen to them. But then I realized how ignorant I was because it's like yeah, sometimes people know what to do because they did what they shouldn't have did. They because of what they knew what to do because they fucked up in life. But they just tell you the opposite of what they did. So I
Yeah.
always listen. I always look for a person's intent, if anything.
Yep. I hear that.
That's why I
Got
like
people
a lot of your
handling
panels.
mine.
Because you have a lot of you have a lot of diversity on there. People who think different ways. I can just sit back and listen to it, and I just be interested in why. Like when I hear certain theories, I don't question if it's wrong or right. I try to understand why they even said it or how did they get to that point of feeling or believing or thinking this way.
Yeah.
Like hearing different, like different atheists talk. Everybody got their own story. Different religious people, everybody got their own story. Sometimes people be pimping the religion. Sometimes people really follow. So
I find with the atheist, my theory is they find a cool atheist on YouTube. And it makes them think, oh man, that's so cool, you know? Like it's that petty, you know? Not in all cases, but in some. I find that. But I can't prove it, you know.
No, a lot of times when a person can't explain from their own interpretation of what something is, they just heard it, they regurgitated it. So a lot of times when you question why, not like even when I ask people why you believe in God, they go to the scripture instead of telling their own personal experience, what happened in their life that made them determine, okay, there's a God out there. You know, most people can't do that.
Yeah.
Most people, because I was raised in church and the Bible says that. No, why do you? What brought you to it? Most people can't do that.
I mean, after I broke down the Christian view objectively, what I see, after I broke that down to the point where I was like, man, if I believe in the man, then why would he have to do all that to prove it to me? He could have chose infinite number of ways. Logically, he's probably logically in the beginning, in my human thinking, I would say he should have made everybody perfect, just enjoy pleasure and not witness or even experience pain. But then, I said to myself, what if the way they put him out there in the book is not exactly like what he is doing right now? Like maybe that was what they was doing back then, but what if he's doing something that ain't got nothing to do with that right now?
Well, everybody was perfect, and then the fall happened. And then but see, there had to be, if we didn't have a choice, then we'd be slaves. We'd be robots, So we got the freedom of choice, and of course we chose, that's at least the Bible's and, story, the idea. Anyway.
Well, I can see how generate. Oh, I'm sorry. I can see how generation stuff passed down. Like, if he did that, then there's no way for us to return to, to Eden or whatever.
For me, there's a couple of variables involved, right? First, you got the fact that this is someone else's perception. The book of the Bible was written inspired by God. So it's somebody's perception, their interpretation of the interaction. So that's one. And then two is like a lot of times when people use the concept of God, they use the anthropomorphism understanding, meaning they use human like features or attributes to try to explain God. And it's like, to me, that's like, I don't think you can do that.
That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem I have with all of it. Like you try to put human description on something that defies all logic and defies all natural laws, all universal truth.
Oh man,
a God figure could. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. I interrupted you.
That's a problem I had. Like you can't just like you can't even put. Like if I gave God if I gave God some type of word, like I put like a description on him or whatever. If I say him or her, if I put a description on it, I won't even accept every compliment or insult I receive. So what make him receive it so easily? You know what I'm saying? Like I believe that if a person really searching for, I really do believe that if a person really is searching for a God or a deity or a greater force, they should put more effort into it than just go listen to somebody on Sunday. I mean, just think about it on a grand scale, bro. Like if you find him or even find something close to what.
That's why they got practices and rituals and religion in general. You got to develop that. But to me, it's like when I hear people say, "Oh, God got to show me," I be thinking, like, "Who the fuck is you?" People on this planet.
Exactly. I just had that discussion with somebody. Who the hell are you? You know, why would he show up on your doorstep? You know?
Especially if you ain't doing what it takes. Okay, I could see if you was devoted and you was one of them people who like, yeah, then okay, yeah, but what the fuck did you do that God need to reveal? Like, bro, I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
Got a whole
That
YouTube
shit
channel
is
bashing the Bible and stuff. You want the Christian God to show up at your door, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, like it's just like, man, it's just like, oh, Jesus finna there I go. Jesus finna bring them. Jesus today in modern 2025. Even I live in the Bible Belt, right? I live down here in the South where it's still a whole lot of churches that's open, and we don't. It's like that down here. But what I notice is even the people here are slowly starting to open their minds to the idea that Christianity has
ran its course.
Well, you
yeah,
know,
like
the good
it's
thing.
becoming like a thing where it not run its course, but it defies like their conventional thinking and what they thought was going on. That's about the closest. Like the people, I can't even speak for. I can't speak for them, but I know I feel that way, and I used to be really deeply going to church and stuff. I still believe, but I'm like, y'all need to learn something about what's going on with you now. You know, I don't like people to just. I can't say I don't like them. I can't say I don't like it when somebody try to dogma me. You know.
What was
Yeah.
you about to say, Mr. Mark?
Well, I was going to say it does say that knowledge will increase, and then the falling
Mm-hmm.
away. You know, that's that. I mean, definitely the internet has brought knowledge to everybody. You know, right in their hand.
Mm-hmm.
Most people have, you know, a cell phone. You can just they all know how to Google, and you know. So I mean, the answers, everything is there now. You know, definitely that is happening. Now I'm not saying it's like, you know, proof or anything. I'm just saying, you know, maybe that's what's happening, but yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see, right? Because everybody's gonna be you know, putting a magnifying glass on the Bible, I guess. So we'll see what
I think
happens.
it's the interpretation and how it's utilized. I don't. I think it's how it's interpreted. How different people. You got so many different denominations, so everybody got their own point of view of what it. But it's the practical part too. I think the more like the people who actually practice, you don't really hear them talking too much. They just live their life and do what they do. You
Yeah.
know, it's the people who have just the knowledge, just the knowing of it. Those the people who debate the shit because somebody, a practitioner, they ain't got time to debate. They follow and they study.
Oh
That's
yeah.
like when I was on your panel, like when they was like, "Oh, well, what do you do? You new age." I'm like, the stuff I study and the stuff I practice predates the Bible. So what are we talking? How am I new age? I follow culture and tradition. I practice things in the Bible. You know, a lot of it associate to different things. I use whatever's useful. You know, I do like when people say, "Do you believe the Bible?" I don't believe the Bible. I know the Bible. There's a lot of great information in there that can be used to better make you a better person and enhance your living experience. It's a
See,
great book.
I see the Bible as like a legal document, you know, like you get served with your papers so you know what you're being charged with, you know, because everybody always says, oh, you think you need the Bible to know not to kill people. And it's like, no, I think we all know, but it has to be stated, right? Like you can't be charged with murder if it's not against the law, right? Like if there isn't a law that states it. So I kind of look at it like that, like it's telling us, you know, this is what's not okay and this is what you're going to be charged with and this is going to be the penalty, you know, unless you do, you know, whatever. So that's the way I look at it. I don't know. Most people don't agree with me, but I feel like, you know, it's got so many, I mean, it drags on and on and on with the same stories and stuff, but it's just like a court hearing, you know, like they're kind of boring and, you know, people are bringing their evidence and, you know, they refer to old cases and their outcomes and stuff. I mean, it just reminds me of that, you know, that whole thing, but I don't know. That's just me.
I like your description of it because I I like it. I like it a lot for me. I like the way you just put that because it seems like you can't like when they do things they like Christians we do things based on what the Bible would suggest. And then I be thinking to myself I be thinking to myself why we had to do this, why we had to do that, why we had to do. I'm young, so I don't know. I don't know. I ain't
let me
trying to
ask
change. I
you
don't
this.
like. Hmm.
Oh no, let me ask you this. This from what you said, right? So
Hmm.
because I'm just asking because you uh associate yourself with being a Christian. So
Hmm.
like when you look at the Bible,
Hmm.
how do you apply it, or like is it a source?
When I
Is
read
it
the
just a
Bible, when I read the Bible, um, I try not to forget that I am an individual myself. I try not to forget that I have opinions based on today's time, and there have been things that happened in history that are happening just like today. So I don't get too wrapped up in end time prophecies, stuff like miracles happening all around me. I don't get caught up in that because anybody can stand up and say it's the end of the world. And somebody, I jumped at that one time. I bit on that one time, and it wasn't the end of
I,
the
I
world.
was
So
I was asking that because, like I said, I just feel more people know the Bible versus practice the Bible.
did I
Like
answer it right?
they
Did I
know
answer
the
the
thing.
question with
So I feel like people, they use it more as a source, or I don't even think they use it as a barometer. Like I don't think they use it to gauge where they at and where they go. I think they use it as a source. I mean, because if you apply it, like even the story of Job, right? I've never questioned God, no matter what I went through. I could say since I've been in my 20s, I can safely say I've never questioned God. Maybe when I was younger and I might not remember, but in my 20s, I know I've never, and I've been through some shit, and I never say, "Oh God, why me? Oh God, why?" I never did because I grew up. I don't. That was one of my favorite stories in the Bible, was the story of Job, and what I took from that was that suffering is literally a part of life. Like we go through bad things to make us better people. I just accepted that theory.
Yeah, like why not
I
me? Instead of why me,
Yeah,
why not me?
why not me? Because I'm
Mhm.
built for this shit. Like I
yeah.
used to always I'd be going through stuff and I'm like God built me for this shit. I used to always that's how I used to fight
Wow.
back. Like all the shit I've been through, that's how I always fight back. Like when they told me I had grade 2 lacerations in my lungs. They was telling my mom a nurse. When my mom heard it, she started crying and she started calling people in Pennsylvania. I'm like, fuck that, I ain't dying right now. I'm good. I'm coughing up shit ton of blood. I'm filling up basins, coughing up blood. I couldn't stop coughing. And they took me for a CAT scan. They gave me that solid Medrol. They gave me something else. It was another steroid. And I don't know what it did, but I kept saying I wasn't gonna die. And when they gave me that shot, I stopped coughing.
Hmm.
And all of a
And what?
sudden, I mean, 3 days later, I'm walking out the hospital. 3 days later, I was in the ICU for 24 hours. Then they put me in the step down room for another 24 hours. Then they put me in the regular room. And then the next day after that, I went home.
Dang.
Okay,
But
I
I
got something
mean,
I want to
yeah,
reveal this to the panel, right? I want to reveal this to the panel. Um, I have been hospitalized several times due to mental health issues, right? Before somebody dismissed me as you know incapable, I have also finished 8 years of college within the same time span of being hospitalized. So the way I related to what Word just said, I kept telling myself, even though I was suffering, going back and forth with different kind of things, I can relate to his story because I never gave up saying I was a smart person. I never gave up believing that within myself that I wasn't crazy, that I'm a sane human being, you know. And I began to understand that some people, well, just like Word said, he thought he wasn't gonna pass away from the lacerations in his lungs. I just didn't believe that I would go through my life without without learning about myself. You know, so I still here today, and it ain't no testimony. I'm just like, whatever somebody say, it's always like a counteractive to anything that's spoken or done, you know.
Man, when you overcome tests in life, they become testimony. But that's all.
Mhm. Yeah.
Good job, by the way. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I you know, I get on here and I get on the internet, man, and the panel, and sometimes I wish I would put more of my art and stuff on here, cause but I be thinking to myself, I enjoy observing. I've been so far removed from the society that I don't even try to like do it, because it's not a discouragement. It's like I just love it. I just love this. I just love the way it is. I even though we got problems and stuff, I love people. And deep down, I in my story, in my life testimony, I have become content right now with observing the immediate people around me, um, as far as my family, and noticing that time is well spent with people that will try. If you don't believe it, if they just try, if you just believe that they're trying to show you love and care and safety, that means
Don't
a
think
lot
this
more
the
than
wrong. Don't take
huh.
this the wrong way. This is more. This is more of a question. I'm just
Okay,
like when you speak, I just see like a bunch of words going through your head, and you reaching for certain words and putting
I
them.
do. I do.
I don't know why I just had that image. Like every time you speak, I see that in my head. It's like you be reaching.
That's a very
So
that's a very accurate vision of how I speak. That's really accurate, because that's one of my, like, if I say it's one of my abilities or one of my superpowers, I spell words out as I speak them, and I have my vocabulary. I study English, so I study English, poetry, anything that had anything to do with writing. I did it. However, you're right. Like, I don't know what kind of vision that vision was very accurate as
Well,
to how
don't
my
watch my show because I can't read barely. Barely. I'm
Oh,
getting back to read pretty good.
I don't wear it as no. I don't think I'm no better, no worse. Man, I ain't gotta say that. I don't even.
I'm missing mine. Nah, you got a
I
good
just don't
show. I
want you to
like
get
coming over
frustrated. What? It's pretty funny though. I guess I keep it funny. I try.
Hey, you be having like I said, the diversity on there, and it's just the range of conversations you can have with having that many diverse thinking people. So I mean, conversation. That's why I enjoy when people at the panel, because we can start talking about one thing and then travel off to something else. We can be talking about religious and get into philosophy and get into psychology. I love that.
Yeah.
Missing Maud, she brings all the boys to the yard.
I don't even try either.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
I
That's the beauty.
yeah. I have I don't know. I try to have a special, I don't know. I'm pretty connected to everybody that shows up, I don't even know. Like I wouldn't even want it to get so crazy that you couldn't even, it's hard to keep up with the relationships I have,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
friendships, you know.
Yeah, it
But
seems like you're very kind to everyone.
I try.
Very
There are
genuine.
some people out there that wouldn't say that, like, you know, just a couple, but psychopaths. But you know, I'm learning to figure out how to deal with them.
Yeah, I tell you a secret too. Um, it's cool being cool with people. Just don't get too like, just like you don't know people, and some people take that shit to heart. Like,
Yeah.
man, I tried to be cool with everybody on here, and then some people really like I owe them something. Like, bro, I don't even like, you know how long it takes me in real life to be friends with people. Like, and I'm just supposed to do that in a matter of a couple chats or conversations, and you expect my undying loyalty because you like the sector I came from, they do a lot of drama. I didn't know that. It was just I just fell into it kind of. But it's like, you know, because like we all, it's three people that's cool. I go to sleep and wake up the next day. Now two people beefing. Like I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. I still cool with both of y'all. Well, I got to pick a side. And I'm like, man, we ain't in high school. I ain't about to do all that shit. Now, if somebody do some unscrupulous shit that I don't fuck with, then no, I don't fuck with it. But like, because y'all arguing, because nah, man, over some little petty bullshit, and then next week y'all cool, but I done picked a side now. I'm
Exactly.
yeah, like I'm straight. I don't think
Yeah.
it's fair for people to do that.
Yeah, that's me too. I try to solve the, you know, stop the drama most of the time, you know, because everybody gets
Yeah.
on each other and it's like we're all just people, you know, we make mistakes, we lie, we do stuff, you know, like we all are going to need that forgiveness at some point, you know. At least that's the way I look at it. Not saying that everybody will, but you know, there's most of us will, you know, at some point
And
say something, or it could even be a misunderstanding sometimes.
yeah, that's what it be. A misinterpretation, you know.
That's all it be.
And
As a wordsmith myself, man. I listen to newscasters on TV sometimes, and they don't even listen. They don't even listen to the person they're sitting next to talking to, and sometimes somebody say something, and they try to use a word that with a different definition. You know, I don't know where they might have got it from, but it doesn't fit the context of what
of the
is.
conversation.
Yeah, and it confuses and
I do that. I say the wrong words, and then it's offensive.
um,
And
it's
then I'm like,
just
that's not what I meant. I'm sorry, I used the wrong word.
Commander,
Somebody give me
using
the
the
right
wrong
word.
word. Using the wrong word is indecorous to the context of the conversation.
I'm sorry.
it's not
No,
dangerous.
I
So I
like
don't.
fucking with you. No, I was just trying to give you another way to use the word indecorous.
It's not. It's not. The worst thing to do is walk away angry though. Like if you walk away, if a person walk away from a conversation, anger is normal. It's a normal. I want to say anger is a normal human emotion. But if you walk away from if a person walk away from something they could have gained from angry, then therein is a lack of communication. Uh, okay, so if I went to like the worst thing I see is people fighting at McDonald's. McDonald's in no fashion or case would hire any of their employees knowing that that person will get in a fight. They would not hire a fight. They would not hire aggressive workers. However,
Shit.
well, in theory,
Shit.
you know what I'm saying. But when a person
Logically, it wouldn't make sense.
logically it
Logically,
wouldn't
it
make
wouldn't make
sense.
sense. But in
But if a
reality,
person
though,
walks in, like I saw this fight on the internet, this dude at McDonald's, he was trying to get somebody to buy his record or something, buy his album, and he got mad at the worker, and his friend came back in there and knocked him on the ground because the other worker at McDonald's about to get aggressive back. So the whole time, so the thing was, the guy wanted to sell the guy at McDonald's some music, and he went by it. So there was a
bro,
misunderstanding.
this is what I tell people. All like emotions override logic, bro. It don't. People are people. You catch the best person on the wrong day, you probably get slapped. That's just reality. People are people, man. They have
Even me, yeah,
emotions.
yeah, even me, bro. Even me.
Now the Chick-fil-A workers, now they're really nice.
Chick-fil-A workers.
Yeah, but they're working.
Cool.
Yeah, but so are the McDonald's workers. They're not too nice. At least where I'm
I
from.
think it's all about the environment too, the ambiance. Like I don't know, man. It's just is what people are. You can have a fight anywhere though. I haven't seen a fight in Olive Garden.
Plus, the
That's
Lord's
what I'm
Chicken
saying.
is sold at Chick-fil-A.
All
You said
these
what?
atheists act like people never get violent, and I'm like, dude, like, no. You know, I've seen people get violent, you know, like, I don't know. There's just some soft people on the internet.
I should go
I don't know
test
anything.
Chick-fil-A workers. Just go test them.
You know what I noticed about the fast food workers in my area is they're all getting these crazy looking fingernails with like animals and stuff on them. I'm like,
Oh
what the
man.
heck? Everyone, I'm like, how are you wiping
cool.
yourself with those nails? They're so long though. Like Cardi B
You
nails,
know,
you know?
do you wear eyelashes?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Don't start on me, word.
Okay, cool. So I can talk about women wear eyelashes. I ain't want to
Uh-oh.
offend nobody, but no, I can't like when you like the fingernails. I can't stand the big ass eyelashes. Like I can't. I be looking like, God damn, bro, it ain't Halloween. Chill out.
That's a lot of young women these days. I mean,
I wear regular sized
it's crazy.
eyelashes and nails.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you wear the smaller ones, they look good, but them big giant ones that are got glitter on them and stuff are kind of crazy.
Yeah, I just don't like the big. I mean, the small ones. I mean, look when when I don't know, man. When them mugs come out further than your nose, or the mugs touching your forehead, it'd be like, come on, now, man.
My
Like,
eyelash
damn.
stylist offered me, oh, I could do purple, I could do pink, and then she even offered she could put butterflies on them. I'm like, no, that is too much. No, I'm just here for
You
some
get
regular ass eyelashes.
get some neon ones or some ones that glow in the dark. That'd be dope.
Glow in the dark.
See, that would be cool for like a cool
Yeah.
episode or something, a stream or something, but
Like
I
for
wouldn't do it in my
Halloween.
regular time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just entertainment. I mean, that I don't mind that, but people like I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, that's a female thing too, and I'm a man, so I never. I clean up good when I need to clean up, but other than that, you catch me in a hoodie and some boots. I don't really care about all that, like looking pretty and all that shit.
Well, yeah, that's our
That's
job.
that's a female. Yeah, that's a female thing. So I don't. You know, is when people put things out, it's there to critique. That's how I feel about life. Anything
It
that
is
we
out,
put
it's
out in
out there,
public
yeah.
is there to critique. That's how I feel.
It's out there.
I mean, shit.
I
Don't
get the
present it if you
weirdest.
don't want me to say nothing.
There's a guy that comes around my show named Atheist Junior, and I like him and everything, but he gives me the weirdest vibes when he's giving me makeup tips and stuff. I'm just like, what the heck? You know, I don't know.
Oh no.
It's just weird to me, you know. I like makeup, you know, I like men to be like, what is that? You know, I didn't realize you were wearing makeup, you know.
Man,
not
I
to tell
didn't.
me what kind of mascara to buy.
Listen. I hate until I met my wife. I hated makeup. I didn't know what a naked palette was until I had to buy her one. She's like, I want a naked palette. What is a naked palette? And I'm thinking like, okay, it's makeup. Man, I went and bought that like this goddamn thing, $200. What is this? If she opened it up, I'm looking like, man, we could have went to motherfucking Dollar Tree and got some of this shit. Like, what's so special about it?
She said
Oh,
Dollar
it does
Tree.
this, it does that. I'm like,
Once you use the
like, what the
expensive stuff, you never go back to the other
hell,
stuff
man?
ever.
That naked boy. Sephora, man.
She looks good though, right?
Yes, he do. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Hey,
probably
it
all
makes
that
her feel
matters
good,
right
make her
there.
hot. That's all that matters, man. She happy with it.
Mhm.
I would never do that shit.
And if she feels good, then she'll be in a good mood and, you know, all that.
Yeah.
Make you feel good.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I don't complain about it no more. Just go with the flow. What you want? Okay, I'll go do that. I just
Oh,
go.
that's nice.
Yeah, my wife. That's my baby, man. Whatever she wants.
Oh,
You gotta be
Man, if
careful
I see,
about that. You don't want to go too far. I mean,
You said,
Look
huh?
at James.
you
He's
don't want
like,
to go too far because it's like you gotta make sure the needs are taken care of first before the wants.
yeah. Keep them in line.
See, let me tell you this, bro. I can supply both simultaneously. I'm one of them. I can get you what you
Oh,
need and what you want.
James is gonna be the responsible one in the marriage.
ooh.
Oh
What
no,
song?
that's why you listen to you
Aaliyah.
listen to my wife, bro.
Sorry.
Hey, you ask my wife about me, man. My wife worship the ground I walk on, bro. It's for a reason, though. I earned everything, just like she do. I worship the ground she walk on. She earned everything, man. That's why I do. That's why I'm willing to go to any extent. See a smile on her face, but she'll do the same for me.
Who left? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Had to come to the chat. Aw.
Buddy in the chat. Where did I just put
Yeah.
my phone at? Who was that, Ryder?
It's Riders. She
Okay.
traveled.
Oh, but yeah, I understand like you saying need and want, but then you can yeah, you build yourself so you can. It's like to me, the life ain't black or white. You know, it's multicolored. So
Yeah. I just
you
like
gotta build yourself that
men
way.
to be
You know?
manly. That's it. I mean, you can look like however you want. There's just a thing about it, thing about men where it's like you can, I don't know, it's a vibe,
Exude the
Um,
masculinity.
yeah, I'm not
That's what I do.
I don't like the girly, yeah. I cannot be more afraid than you, right? Like that's just not going to
Yeah.
work out. Like at the end of the day, I need you to be brave.
Mhm.
Like what
Puppy
about
boy, get the
frogs?
tree
If
down.
there's a frog in your
Okay.
house, word.
A frog. I'm gonna go pick it up, toss it
Okay.
out.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
A snake.
Yeah. I
Uh-oh.
love snakes.
That
Oh,
one,
I ain't
the
gonna lie,
snake
it's some,
you
I ain't
just
gonna lie, it's some
shoot
masculine
and then
people.
you take it
It's some masculine
outside.
people, and I ain't. It's some
The
masculine
snake I
people.
wouldn't mess with
Hey,
without shooting it first.
I'm
I
from a
wouldn't. I
small
wouldn't.
town. I'm from a small town in Pennsylvania called Aliquippa. Check this out. It's like a backwoods boondocks town. So I grew up playing with frogs, snakes, turtles, fighting crayfish, swinging from vines over the creek and shit like that, swimming in the creek. You know, I grew up like that. Then I came up into the concrete jungle and I'm throwing them things. So I mean,
Well,
yeah,
I'm
motherfuckers
country,
can't
but
change great.
I still would want to shoot the snake, then take him outside.
Scooches, man, we used to catch them and play baseball with them. I grew up around some hillbillies, bro. We used to take a machete. I'm serious. We had like 6 snakes in the thing, and we'd be throwing them at each other with the machete playing baseball. So it wasn't really baseball. You throwing and cutting the snake, seeing if you can cut it while it's in the air. And if you miss it, you got to catch it and throw it back. You got to go, catch the snake and throw it back. So you wanted to get at least one slice to slow it down. I mean, so I'm 6, 7 years old doing this shit. Little kid. Shit, we was shooting at like 5 years old and shit. Go in the backyard, we'll go up in the woods a little bit, and we target practice at 5 years old, man. I
He
grew
grew
up
up
like I was down
savage.
south, man. Yeah, we grew up like I grew up. We was fucking hillbillies, man. I'm telling you. I
Well, I
remember
didn't
my cousin making moonshine and shit.
You earned
I've never
yourself some
played
hillbilly
blade ball.
suspenders.
Blade ball.
I've never done that, but I did see a kid put a snake in a firecracker in its mouth and put it in a mailbox.
Oh wow.
I feel really
I ain't
bad
never
about
did
that
that.
now because those poor animals, you know. But
Yeah.
you know, that's a kid thing, you know.
Yeah, kids
If
do
I could
crazy things.
turn back time.
I do it all again. That shit was so
Yeah.
fun growing up. Oh, I wish my kids can grow up like that. I wish they could. I'm gonna give me some land and let them grow up and shit in nature, man.
Yeah, my
Rudy
kids
wants
are
to
scared
know.
to order pizza. You know,
Oh
they don't even
no.
want to talk on the phone.
Oh, you gotta make them talk on that phone. Rudy
Yeah.
wants to know if you rode on an animal before.
What on who?
If you rode on an animal.
Good
I
question.
rode on a horse. I
Well,
sat
that's
on
an
a
animal.
cow. I ain't ride a cow. I
I
sat
sat on
on
a
a
cow.
donkey. I did. I sat on a cow. They put us on a cow. A donkey, a
I've been
mule,
on a donkey. I've been on a horse,
a
but
camel.
not a cow.
I've been on a camel. I ain't been on an elephant. I always wanted to ride an elephant. I've never been
I
on
don't
an
think
elephant.
I've ever been on an animal.
Dang.
I don't. Yeah, for real. I was always terrified. Like the pictures of me at the fair are next to the donkey and the, you know, whatever else. Was there an elephant? Yeah, boy, I was scared. I was a scared kid of stuff like that. Cause you know, these friggin' animals are like taken care of by these freaks, you know, who knows? Like they'll flip out and you know, they are 1,000 times stronger than us, you know. I would go
Who?
shark diving though, because they can't open the cage
Shark
door. So we're
Oh
diving.
good.
no.
Oh no. That's a
Hell no.
Caucasian thing.
Yeah. Because the cage, they can't get in the cage, right? But an elephant will be able to bust
I'm
the
not
cage
gonna
down.
risk it, Miss Iman. I'm not gonna risk it.
You know, I can't
What if
fight
something
underwater. I'm
happens?
straight. If anything come at me on land, I got a chance. Underwater, I'm dead. I'm good. Mm-mm. Well, unless the shark come in my house, I ain't gonna be by it. The shark come in here, I'm gonna offer it a cold beer. Hey, you want to chill for a minute? Give him a controller. Just don't bite me. But going to his house, hell no.
Well, see, you're in a
Oh,
cage though, on the side of a
Look,
boat.
I done jumped out of planes on a skydive. That's one thing I
For
ain't.
real?
The very first time I seen that, I was like, "This is crazy ass shit." I'm straight. First time I seen that, I'm looking like, man, look, they just have anything man make can malfunction. You seen roller coasters fall off the track. They might not lock the cage right. Motherfucker might come in or little or like I'm straight. Anything can happen. The fucking rope break and your ass stuck in the water in the cage.
Yeah, that would be kind of terrifying to get stuck on under the water. Oof.
Under the
We
sea.
we got Craig Durbin
Craig,
in the
what up,
chat. What
bro?
up though?
Under the sea. No, I'm straight. Man,
Ever punch a
fuck
bull?
that. Yeah, Craig did.
Oh, cause Craig did. He told us once.
Yeah, Craig punched some bull. Craig got some big hands, man. Craig, man, fuck that. You ain't punching me, bro.
Craig fights lions.
My dad punched a horse, but that's about it.
Craig could probably strangle a dog. He probably can choke a pit bull. I'm straight. His hands. I seen his hands one time. I'm looking like, bro.
Animals are strong though. They ain't nothing like a human. They got,
Yeah.
no.
you know, they get like I don't know, the
Oh man,
endurance and the stamina of an animal is
listen.
totally
This is my.
amazing.
I got kicked by a Mustang and I fucking flew off my feet into a fucking barbed wire fence. Like
Well,
it kicked
especially
me
the
and
horse.
I flew.
Ouch.
I didn't even know my leg was in the fence.
Yikes.
When that motherfucker kicked me, I'm looking like, God damn. Man, the power, I'm telling you, a horse kick you, man, that should take you out. People have lost their
Yeah.
life being kicked by a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, that's true. You was blessed that you didn't lose yours. I mean, getting kicked by a horse.
That is
Yeah,
Especially
and
if you
they
funny,
want to talk
man.
mess like that, man.
they had some horses at protests, like these protests recently, and people were looking at their
Man,
horses like it's better
man,
than like it's cool.
Poor
that one of the
animals.
motherfuckers.
They're gonna freak out because they pick
Man,
up on the
people.
energy of the people too. So like all the anger and
Hmm.
all that, it can't be good for them unless they're like a police trained horse. Those guys are different, but
I think all animals pick up on human energy, like emotions and stuff.
yeah,
It would seem like.
definitely. I've had animals know when I was in labor before I knew.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's just pretty
And
cool, actually.
it's crazy how like when you like we can have this conversation how animals pick up on energy, but people when you say, "Oh, I pick up on energy," they be like, "Oh, that's not real." Like what?
Yeah, narcissists because they don't have
Yeah.
feelings, so they don't understand that there are people out there that can predict your feelings because they
Yeah.
don't have any. Yeah,
They
I
lack
get that a lot.
empathy.
Yes. Yeah, they think it's fake. Well, they have cold empathy though. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been learning a lot about that stuff.
There are people who don't have like psychopaths and like narcissists, like you said, the lower understanding of emotions. They don't understand the higher forms of emotion. If you look at the emotional spectrum, they function on the lower aspect versus the higher. But like psychopaths, they lack total empathy. Like they don't feel good or bad. Like their sense of wrong or right is predicated upon their perception.
Yeah. And they use the cold empathy for a goal. It's kind of creepy. It's like a robot. See, that's what I was going to say
Mm.
about God being like human, how people are, people always say, "Oh, well, of course they made God like human so we would understand." But, if you think about it, he would have to be like us. It would be weird if he wasn't. It would definitely be uncomfortable for me because I'd be like, "What the hell? Why aren't you?" I don't know. That's just my take. But, like us creating robots, it's kind of like the same thing, like we want the robots to be like us and look like us and sound like us. And we're not going to stop until we achieve that, apparently, from what I can tell. They want them to be just like us. Like God and Adam, I think. But I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. I don't know.
And that even from that, perception, I think that shit is weird and crazy. I think that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let a
They have a
robot be
new
a robot.
they have a new
Yeah.
Megan movie.
They have a new who?
A new Megan movie coming out. Like Megan the
Oh, for
girl
real?
robot. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Well,
I
yeah, I'm
remember
going to
I
jump
like
off
that
here because I got to
website.
get going to bed.
All
But
right,
I'm going
I
to listen.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Good
ain't gonna
night,
be on
Miss
for much
Iman.
longer. I'm gonna get my
Yeah,
behind
thank
on.
you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. If the link ain't dropped, just tell me. If it's there, then it's yours.
All right. Awesome. All right. Well, I'll see you guys. I'll be out in the chat listening.
Appreciate you. Finally got Miss Ahmad up there, y'all. Shout out to Miss Ahmad. Make sure y'all go sub up. Ma, you can drop your link too in the chat. Y'all go sub up to
Your
Miss Ahmad.
link. I'm dropping down too. Good night, 9. Good night, everyone.
Good night, man. Appreciate you. James, what's been popping, brother? James fell asleep on me too. Everybody sleep, y'all. Let me get my butt out of here. I'll probably be back on tomorrow. I don't have a topic or subject. If you do, let me know. If I think it's something, I'll put it on the community wall, see what y'all want to talk about. But look, it's just one, my channel is self development, just having conversations like this, hearing different perspectives. It can give everybody different tools that they can use, hearing these different perceptions. You might not resonate with me, but you might resonate with somebody who come on the panel. So that's why I do these, right? But it's all about developing, becoming a better version of yourself. So a lot of times I talk about different concepts and tools to just delineate or define them even more. So talking about I want to talk about definition and I mean the difference between definition and meaning. So that's probably gonna be one of the shows. Ron, you always come at the end of the show when I'm about to get off. What up,
Oh,
Poker?
you shutting down, man?
Yeah, I think it was like the
Oh,
time you start moving around, huh?
yeah, just about 10 minutes ago, bro. I
Yeah,
seen
I
Bob.
think Ron. I think he's asleep.
He probably is, man. He'll get on stream and pass out. Yeah, he'll fall asleep.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
probably asleep.
he put that emoji. I mean, that avatar up there. Next thing you know, he got quiet.
Yeah.
I
Nah,
appreciate you, Mod. I love your show too, sir. My bad. Go ahead. I was just responding to Mr. Mod.
nah, you're good, man. Like I said, I just woke up, bro. It's 3:36 here where I'm at in Ohio.
Yeah, we neighbors. I'm up in Michigan.
Oh, okay. Football.
Yeah, my sister, she graduated from the University of Michigan. I was always a Spartan fan, but she went to
Oh,
UM.
I got you. Yeah, they take that shit seriously around here. That High State Buckeye Wolverine shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, boy. I know. I wore a Michigan State shirt to Cedar Point. Man, I thought they was gonna jump me.
Oh, dude, they don't play about it. Yeah. My mom went to Ohio State, man. She's Buckeyes all day.
Man, what is that? Man, I forgot the name of that. That is a hotel with a water slide. Not Great Wolf Lodge. We stayed there a couple times.
Oh,
There's
Great
another
Wolf.
one.
Yeah.
I stayed at Great Wolf a couple times. There's another one. But I gotta ask my mom the name of it. But they got a bar and they got a water slide in there. And I remember going to the bar wearing that Michigan State. But I was like, man, they gonna jump me in the damn bar. Like 8
That,
people. Like, I don't think you want to wear that around here. It's
yeah, they get
Ohio State.
pissed.
I'm like, oh shit. Hold on, bro. I ain't gang banging.
Yeah, that they treat it like some gang shit. Yeah, they take that crimson and gray pretty seriously, man. Scarlet and gray, whatever they call it.
Yeah. My cousin went to high school. Well, he didn't go to high school with Terrell Pryor, but he played him a lot. So they was like friends. They went to like AAU campus stuff together, but they went to different high schools. And when Terrell went to Ohio State, we went down there to visit him. And yeah, they was when they found out I was from Michigan, boy, I was on Ohio State campus. Man, they was like, "Why you here? Why if you from it?" I'm like, "Man, I'm visiting a friend, bro. Wow."
Yeah. I'm like, how's my audio, by the way? Is it all right?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like an hour and a half south of of Columbus, Ohio State.
Y'all got a lot of good wineries down there too, though.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I'm in a small little town called Jackson. I ain't worried about doxing, bro. I don't give a shit. Come visit me.
That's how I'm feeling like shit.
I ain't worried
Nah,
about
I
that.
don't go all that. Yeah, I
I
don't do
hate.
all that shit either.
Yeah, I hate that punk shit. I've turned my camera on. I've shown my house. I've shown my fucking yard. I don't care.
Man, I don't be too invested into other people like that. The one that
Yeah,
that's
I'm not
people.
worried about it.
People only do that when they ain't got shit else to do in life.
Yeah, keyboard warriors, man.
Regular people having conversations, just leave it at that. If you don't agree, then don't agree. You ain't gotta.
Yeah. Well, there's some channels in the live streaming community. They take that doxing shit pretty seriously. Some people like to be pretty anonymous, which if that's what you want to do, I respect it. But like, it don't make a shit to me.
Yeah, I mean, for safety reasons, You know, because when I first came over here, I didn't know nothing about that. My name, picture, stuff, and then I started seeing all the crazy stuff. And I get
Yeah.
serious, man. I'm just trying to live a nice, easy life. Come on here, have a good conversation. I ain't trying to go through nothing that I ain't going
No.
through in real life, you know. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, let me just, just to, be safe or whatever. But man, I done told my birthday, my hometown, I had my
Yep.
parents on here, family. I don't care about none of that shit.
I mean, if you're,
Hey,
these communities are more often than not, they're more predominantly male. There's a lot more males than there are females, it seems like, in most of these channels. So if you're a female, I can understand not wanting to necessarily tell where you're at, that kind of stuff, because there are some creepy dudes out there. I hate to say that, but it's true. But for men, like, I mean, who cares if you
hey,
say where you live? You know what I mean?
BDB, how you living? How you feeling? What up, man? I know it was one dude I was real cool with on here, bro. They kept sending pieces to his house. I'm like, man, y'all tripping because I had an argument. I want to do this crazy shit.
Oh, I've had, there's another live stream channel on here that sent the police to my house.
Oh, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to say any names or anything, but there's another channel on here. I was talking to somebody off stream. That's another thing I learned. You can't really make friends with a lot of people outside of these streams, or it's not always a good idea. But this cat took some of the things I said the wrong way, and he sent the sheriff's department to my house. But they pulled my name and they went to my mother's house first, scared the hell out of my mom, and then showed up at my house to do a wellness check.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So I had to talk to
I
this
see.
cat. I had to talk to the sheriff at my front door for like 30 minutes before he'd leave my house to like prove to him that I wasn't trying to hurt myself.
Well, see, like stuff like, and then people sit back and laugh. I don't know. I ain't judging nobody. I ain't got
Yeah, that shit's crazy. I couldn't believe, I was laying here asleep, dude, because I'm up all night, right? This guy's beating on my door at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, who is it? He's like, Jackson County Sheriff's Department. I'm like, what?
It's like when people be doing that SWAT and stuff, I'd be like, man, that shit dangerous, bro. Like, why?
Yeah.
I don't see myself doing it. I can't do nothing.
I couldn't imagine. No, I couldn't imagine getting that angry with somebody online that you trying to, even if you talk to somebody offline, like it's just, I
Yeah,
found out the hard way. Like some people don't know what it's like to talk like man to man to somebody and let somebody vent.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Some people have never like been friends with another dude and just venting dude to dude, that kind of thing. Like, and I don't know if he took what I said the wrong way or, yeah, but he knew where I lived and he called the sheriff's department and sent him to my damn house.
Oh, no, that's unfortunate. But like you said, you can't. I was talking about that the other day. Like, man, you can't interact with. I was just telling Miss Ahmad that. Like,
Yeah,
you can't interact with everybody like that, man. You can't
no,
just be like super cool. You'll find people on here. Like, I'm super cool with a couple people on here. But
yeah.
it's like you can't be like that with everybody. You don't know if the person nuts are tight or they loose. Oh man, you don't know if the person's screwed tight or loose, bro.
Well, what's sad? This particular person is actually in a different country. He's in Thailand. Now he's not a Thai
Oh,
person.
damn.
Yeah, he's not a Thai person. He's just a person living in Thailand. He's actually English. He's from London. But yeah, like so he called from like another country to
That's
Ohio, and yeah,
crazy.
yeah, bro, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Oh,
So
wild stories of the internet, bro. I'm about to do a
yeah,
series on that.
yeah. I've had some shit. I've been a member of some of these communities for a while, for a few couple years, man, and there's some wild shit that goes on.
I mean, I don't expect no less from human beings, though, bro. I don't expect no less. This just give you the internet give you more access to people you probably would never reach or see or talk to. So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
unscrupulous actions just go definitely occur. Just human interaction, man.
It ruined everything, man. Internet gave everybody too many choices. We didn't need all this
Mhm.
shit. Life was simpler before. I'm old school though, so. Oh, Baba was listening. He bounced. He
Yeah,
must
he
have woke
probably
up.
fell asleep.
Yeah, he must have
Yeah.
woke up. But yeah, I'm 44, man. So I remember, when there was no internet. So
Hmm.
life used to be a little easier.
I remember writing a letter. Shit, bro.
Writing letter what?
I remember when you want to talk to somebody in another state, it was either a phone call, long distance phone call, or you just write a letter. You
Yeah.
sitting there waiting for a letter to come back and say, you write
Well,
one, send it out. I know how many days it's gonna take to get from this state to this state.
yep.
Like,
Well, I mean, people still send birthday cards and shit like that. I mean, some families do anyway, you know what I mean? Or Christmas cards, that kind of thing. But it's, I remember all those commercials like 1-800-COLLECT and like all that shit. Everybody used to collect call everybody. I remember all that stuff. Like that shit was wild.
party lines and shit. We get multiple people on the line.
Oh my God. Yeah. When they first came out with caller ID and like three-way calling, we
Oh man,
we lost our minds when you could put somebody like three-way call somebody. We thought that was the craziest shit ever.
Star 69. I remember prank calling people, bro.
Oh,
So I
star
was
69.
tripping.
That shit still works. You can do it from a cell phone.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you can do it from a cell phone.
Yeah, you could star 67 and star 69 will
Yeah,
call
star
back.
6.
Star 67 will block your number, I do believe, from a cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could still do that. It'll work.
I remember that star 67, bro. We used to call people like, "Is your refrigerator running?" Like, yeah. Well, go catch it. And hang
Yeah.
up the phone. Thought that shit was so funny, bro.
Dude, what they're doing now is like, because all these older people are getting like scammed, you know what I mean, for their money and shit,
Yeah.
and they're able to spoof numbers. I had my phone rang the other day, and it said my bank's name on my phone, like it said the name of my bank. So like I answered the phone, and this guy's like, "I'm from the fraud department," but you could tell he was like foreign as shit, and I'm listening to him, and it took me about 3 seconds, and I'm like, "Bro, nobody tried to hack my account." I was like, "I didn't get a text message from my bank." I was like, "You spoofed the number and called me," and they hung up the phone. Like they're doing that shit now. He made it come up on my phone like he was actually calling me from my bank, and it was a scam.
Yeah, that spoof number. I remember when it first came out, it only lasted for like 10 minutes. Like the number, yeah, like on the cell phone, it'll read as a number for about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
And after that, it'll pop up. So they had to hang up within 10 minutes. They probably even fixed it and made it better now. So.
Well, yeah, because I got that number programmed in my phone. So when my phone rang, it came up as the name, as the name of my bank. That's what I'm saying. It was one of my contacts, and it came up like it was someone calling from my bank, like someone from my contact list. They're able to do that shit now.
Oh damn, bro! Hey man, when they make something to benefit people, they also open the gates for somebody to take advantage of people too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then
That's how the church come with the gifts.
There's so many people that aren't street smart enough to figure that shit out, and they'll fall for it. And next thing you know, I mean, they're taking money out of your account and shit. Like it's messed up, dude. It's sad.
I remember when my mother-in-law was, she almost got scammed, but something told her to call me. Like, hold on, let me get my son-in-law on the phone too.
Yeah.
And she called me from another phone, and I drove over her house. She was like, "Man, who the fuck is this?" They talk about my wife. What did they say? Her daughter had a ticket in Texas or something. If she don't pay it, they will put a warrant out for her arrest and all this shit. I'm like,
yeah.
All right. I'm like, stay on the phone. Let me. I'm gonna make a phone call. We're gonna run this number. Man, they hung up so goddamn quick. Like, man, you don't know who you fucking with. Be playing.
Yeah, man. That's what they do now. Like I said,
he
said he was from the fraud department at my bank. He's like, did you try to make a purchase at Amazon UK or something like that? And I'm like, no, man. I was like, I didn't get no text message from my bank. And like I started to look into it, and like I said, he hung up the phone. Like once they know you figured it out, they don't try to. They just hang up.
Yeah, they go to the easy target. They're like soft targets, man. They ain't gonna waste no time.
They sit there all day. All day they
Yeah,
sit there and do that shit.
millions of numbers to call, but that shit
Yeah.
crazy.
I used to be a telemarketer, man. They're just cold calling motherfuckers is what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit crazy though. Like you can be using all that energy and time you using. You can be actually the real fucking job.
Bro, somebody said that the other day about we were talking about addiction. We were talking about like addicts and shit like that. And somebody brought this and said the same thing. They were like, if people that are addicts would take the amount of time and effort they put into like scamming money to get drugs and shit, if they would take that amount of effort and put it into doing something positive, bro, they could go anywhere they wanted in life. You know what I mean?
Right. Bro, I know some functional crackheads, bro. They will fucking drywall your house in a day.
Yeah.
I know
Oh, fuck
people
yeah.
who do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get high, bro. They will lay your shit out. Your shit will be perfect and crisp and clean, and they just want to rock. They just want to get high.
Yep.
But they do some extravagant work. They ain't scamming out. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like people like that. It was like I mean, shit. Yeah, you got a problem. I don't agree with it, but I mean, shit. You handling your business, man. You ain't out there robbing nobody, stealing from nobody.
No.
Skill and you utilizing it to get high, but that's you. That's your life, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy though. The amount of effort some people put in to just to hustle when they could use that effort for something else.
Shit, that's what I learned, bro. Because I used to be out on the street, man, and then I realized, like, man, life is a hustle itself. I would start selling real estate. You
Yeah.
know?
It's all game, man.
Mhm.
It's all game.
Man, let me get my butt off here, bro. I'll be up here talking to you for about another hour.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Like I said, I seen Baba was on. I didn't know he was sleeping though. You know what I mean? So I just hopped on for a minute.
Hey man, come through, bro. I love just having like, general conversation because you said something I was very interested in. When you said men don't know how to talk to men. And that's true, bro.
Nah,
And that's why
nah, they
a lot
don't.
of dudes.
But yeah, like real quick, I knew this dude for about a year from this other online channel, and we talked. We did like private StreamYard streams is how I would talk to him. We weren't really talking on the phone. He'd just send me like a StreamYard link, and we'd do a private stream. Well, I found out after he called the law on me, I found out all this other shit came out on some of these other live channels that I'm a part of. This dude was recording not just me, but anybody else that he talked to. He was recording every conversation he had with every person, like on a private stream. He was recording calls. And so after he called the cops and sent them to my house, he did a live stream where he played one of the recorded calls that he had with me live on stream. Like that shit's illegal as fuck. Like he recorded me without my knowledge.
Really, that shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, and he played it live on stream. And like he thought it was going to make me look bad because he was trying to like explain why he sent the sheriff to my house. But what he did was make himself look like a fucking idiot because he admitted to the entire community that he fucking records people without them knowing. You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
yeah, like men, like there's a lot of people on these streams that they don't ever leave their house. They don't know how to interact with people in the fucking real world. They don't know how to have like a legit conversation and let somebody vent and understand how to take it. They take everything at like literally. You know what I'm saying? And you can't like they don't know how to men, they don't know how to talk to each other. It's sad, bro.
Well, I mean, wow.
Yeah, and it's not even, I don't even care really at the end of the day that he sent the fucking law to my house. I just built this house that I'm living in. And so the sheriff had never been here before. They didn't have my address, but the address they had on file was my mother's. And the cops went to my fucking mom's house first and scared the living shit out of her thinking that I was dead because they were there to do like a wellness check is what the guy sent him for. So I don't care about me, but the fact that he upset my mother is what pisses me off.
Yeah, that shit would push me all the way to fuck up.
You know, but like I said,
my bad, go ahead.
No, just legit. The guy's in another country, so it ain't like I can put hands on him. You know what I mean? So there's nothing I can do about it. But I mean, we're in America, motherfucker. Like I'm an American. You can't fucking record our phone calls without our knowledge and shit. Like, this dude's stupid as fuck. You can't do that kind of shit. And then play it on a fucking live stream on YouTube for an entire like live chat full of people. You can't do that shit.
Well, that shit wild, bro. That's why, like, man, you gotta be selective who you fuck with and how you fuck with people on here. I definitely,
But until you get to know people, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking to this guy off stream. Like, until you get to know people, you don't know what some people are about or what their intentions are. Like this, this dude seemed kind of cool to me. Like, I thought he was all right, but the whole time he's recording shit and like, you know, I get on there one day, I'm upset because my brother died. I'm like venting to him about my brother, and like he takes it as I'm gonna hurt myself. And yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't even know how to fucking have that kind of conversation with another man. Like, that shit's just pathetic.
You thinking you cool and you know, that's an outlet. You can, you know, kind of, that's fucked up, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, by profession, I'm a life coach, so you know, a lot of times people be hesitant to talk to me, and like if people get to talking to me on here, I'd be like, man, let me end the stream. I don't even want it recorded. I don't want nobody to hear. I done did that a couple times. Had people hit me up on IG. Man, I done gave out more free sessions, but I understand though. That's just like personality. I mean, it's the human experience, man. And it's fucked up when you encounter people like that.
Yeah, that don't know. Yeah, they don't know how to be friends with anybody, man. They don't know how to. They're so wrapped up in the little bubble that they've created around themselves that they don't know shit else outside that little bubble and that keyboard in front of them. Like, that, I didn't realize he was that type of dude. That's sad.
Sometimes you don't realize it until it's too late, man.
Yeah,
that's the unfortunate part. You know, until something happened, then you realize people capable of. But see, I observe a lot of people, bro. And I got this thing is like, I don't give people nothing. I don't give people the weapon of my destruction. So anything that can hurt me, I don't tell nobody. You know, there's people in my life that I can tell, but I just learned that throughout life. It's probably like 2 people on this internet that I'm like totally vulnerable to. Like, what I can tell you this, say, and I'm secure with it. Like, even if they take it and do what they want with it, I get it home, and I can live with that. You know, I just accept the part I played, but you can't get that to everybody. But people who earned it, man, you know. Well, let me get my brother out there.
All right, man. All right, I'll come back through, man. I appreciate you letting me on, man. All right.
Oh, for sure, bro.
All right, man. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you, chat. Thanks, man.
Have a great one, y'all.
All right, see you later.
Later.
Hey, y'all know what I always say. Care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nations. Yo, Riaz, what up, though, little bro? I see you. And if I say anything that resonated with you, do me a favor. Hit that share button. Tell somebody. Help me spread the word. But until next time.
Do it for the 9.
What up, 9?